when in doubt, tell the truth. 215-263-WMMR. We will go to Nancy to see if we can get an answer. Hi there, Nancy.
Good morning.
All right, Nancy, who famously said, when in doubt, tell the truth?
Mark Twain.
Mr. Mark Twain. You got it. I want you to hang on, Nance. We're going to give you tickets to go see The Weasel, Pauly Shore, this Saturday, 9:45 at Punchline. And tickets are on sale now at punchlinephilly.com for each of Pauly's shows this weekend. All right, so the lead story has been and will be for a little while. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Her sister took the stand. Sister took the stand yesterday and revealed that Johnny Depp struck her.
The sister?
During an argument with the actress. Yes, Kathy, the sister.
Sister.
Whitney Enriquez is her name. And she testified that in March of 2015, the Pirates of the Caribbean actor hit her in the back. She told jurors, I'm standing at the top of the stairs with my back to the stairs. Sister. And that's when Johnny runs up the stairs. He comes up behind me and strikes me in the back. Jeez. And I hear Amber shout, don't hit my effing sister.
Sister. Sister.
Heard allegedly smacked Depp in retaliation, and Enriquez claimed that he then grabbed Amber by the hair with one hand and was whacking her repeatedly in the face with the other. But Depp has already denied hitting Amber in prior testimony. So this is all where it comes down to what do you believe in the jury?
So they listed yesterday, I think it was the Daily Mail or one of the other tabloid papers, incongruities in both their testimonies. So it's up for grabs. Figure out who you believe and just go with that.
Yep, that's kind of what you're going to have to do on this one. So anyhow, that's the latest in that. According to, why does Tom Cruise risk his life
to get to the other side?
To do his own stunts in Top Gun Maverick. According to Variety, the actor told a masterclass at Cannes Film Festival, no one asked Gene Kelly, why do you dance? So that was his answer to that.
This is kind of a stupid answer.
The 59-year-old actor said that he is always...
Dude, and by the way, I guarantee you somebody at some point asked Gene Kelly why he danced.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do?
The 59-year-old actor said...
What did you find attractive about dance? It's basically the same question.
Yeah. He's always had a fascination with risk and added, I always thought there's something that I can do and I wanted to push the art form. I thought, how can I immerse an audience into a movie with this kind of action and how can I entertain them? What can I do?
It has become his thing. It has. I mean, and he is damn good at it. Yes. He learned to fly a helicopter. I think he can, at least on a basic level, pilot a fighter jet, Preston. Yep. He took lessons for that. Sure. So the guy goes all in. And again, this new Top Gun Maverick is getting rave reviews.
Mm-hmm. Best stunt I ever saw, though, was him on the side of that plane.
That's unbelievable.
Hanging on the side of that plane and that static shot of it taking off without deviating is like, okay.
And he did it multiple times.
But now... they can fake that seamlessly. If you really need to do that,
absolutely, yeah.
They can fake it, and you'll never know the difference.
But he chooses not to. I mean, but so you like that one more than the Dubai skyscraper Mission Impossible stunt, where he's on the outside of the tallest building in the world, and he's literally outside of that skyscraper. That's one of the Mission Impossible movies.
Yes,
Ghost Protocol.
I do find I like the plane one better because there's movement involved in it. You know what I mean? Because
and
there's
the wind
speed and the wind and all that stuff.
Okay.
Height. I know that there. Clearly I know that he's got safety measures on him everywhere. But I mean, I don't know, something about that plane taking off.
Or the halo jump.
I don't remember that.
He did a halo jump for the...
I haven't watched all those movies, to be honest. But, it's pretty incredible stuff that he does do that. Cruise also made it clear to the audience that he is a movie star and that releasing Maverick and Mission Impossible 7 on Paramount Plus during the coronavirus pandemic was, quote, never going to happen. He said, I love my audience. I make movies for audiences. I make movies for the big screen.
Kelly McGillis is not a Maverick.
For the film Hustlers.
There was talk.
A new trailer for the Netflix documentary series, Halftime, shows the actress sobbing in bed after being overlooked by the Academy.
Come down.
Yeah.
A little too much.
I know.
Come on.
I know. you didn't get an Oscar.
I didn't get everything in the world.
Yeah, absolutely everything.
You can't be devastated if you're not honored by, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you didn't pretend harder than the other person.
well, no, but I'm just saying.
No, I
like,
know.
It's an award
Come
that
on.
you are.
Right.
You can't be devastated that you didn't get an
You
award.
did a nice job acting.
I'm guessing she got a paycheck for
of course she
that.
did.
She got very positive reviews.
She did.
Yeah.
You know, Citizen Kane. Orson Welles didn't win an Oscar for Citizen Kane.
And it's considered possibly the greatest movie ever
of all time,
made.
yeah.
Wait, and what showed her sobbing in bed?
So it's a documentary series. So
The Sobbers, it's called.
Oh, wait, so she's being filmed looking at her phone in bed.
Sobbing.
And so she's acting while looking at the.
I know.
Oh man, I wish this story didn't exist.
Well, can we find out who is she up against?
Hustlers, what year did that come out?
That's a good question.
3 or 4 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, take a look if you can, Nick. So in a voiceover, she said that in a voiceover, she can be heard saying, "It was hard. I just had very low self-esteem. I had to really figure out who I was and believe in that and not believe in anything else." Yeah.
So she was up against
screaming at the phone.
That's like us being devastated that we didn't get
into
into
the Hall of Fame,
the
or-
Hall of Fame, like the years prior to. That would be like you guys sitting in the office crying that you didn't get in. No,
Yes.
what? You have to wait for your time to be honored. You can't force it.
We reconciled everything this way. We have jobs we love. We love what we do. We already have won. This is just icing. Mind you, it was still wonderful, and we
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
It
It's
was
like-
so low on our radar. You know,
you shouldn't expect it. I
getting
guess that's
having a job that you can go to means much more than that. But in this realm, in her realm, I can understand the heightened emotion. But you've got you've literally got everything.
Yep. By the way, she was up against Lady Gaga, A Star Is Born. That was the same year.
Another great one.
That was a brilliant performance. Olivia Colman, and she already has an Oscar. Glenn Close. Melissa McCarthy for Can You Ever Forgive Me? And Yalitza Aparicio for Roma.
She's not taking it well.
She wasn't happy.
Is she nominated or no? I mean,
No, she was not.
nominated.
She didn't get nominated.
No, that's what she was
That's why
upset
she was
about.
freaking out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Mindy Kaling is the new Velma, and she doesn't care what you think about it.
Okay.
The Mindy Project actress stars in the new animated Scooby-Doo spinoff, Velma, on HBO Max, and told a crowd at the Warner Brothers Discovery Upfront presentation that if a dog can solve crimes, Velma can be brown.
I don't give a
I think this is going to be good. I think she's a big Scooby-Doo fan, so this should be fun.
Deadline reports that she told the audience, hopefully you noticed my Velma is South Asian. If people freak out about that, I don't care. After the animated show was announced in 2021, Twitter blew up with openly racist complaints about the project, with some pointing out how making Velma into a studious Asian nerd plays into stereotypes as well. So everybody's got
Everyone's got something to say. I will tell you this, and I did not know this, that in the world of cosplay, Velma is one of the most popular costumes, like in the top
I can
5.
see that.
Yeah.
Jinkies.
And
Jinkies.
yeah, she's always had a nerdy, cute thing about her, you know. Minka Kelly and Trevor Noah have split. A source tells people that J-Lo just can't get over it.
So once you start down that rabbit hole of crying,
so a source said they've been broken up for a while.
you got 2 years with her, right?
Another insider says the Friday Night Lights alum has the best attitude and adds she is very happy. She'd rather be single than waste her time with the wrong guy.
Oh,
That makes sense.
snap.
Colton Haynes is opening up in a new memoir about his overdose and suicide attempt, recovering from alcoholism, addiction, and an eating disorder, and overcoming childhood sexual abuse. Wow. The 33-year-old Arrow and Teen Wolf actor told people, I know today I'm only as sick as my secrets. And he says of the publication of Miss Memory Lane, I needed to rid myself of the things that I've held on to for so long.
He was really good on Arrow. His character left the show. I guess he was going through some stuff. But, yeah.
Was he a villain?
No, he was a good guy.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't complete Arrow. I saw parts of it. Last weekend, as Selena Gomez was hosting Saturday Night Live, she nailed her impression of Miley Cyrus.
She did.
During her opening monologue. Yeah, it sounds just like her. Gomez had asked her good friend for hosting advice, and Cyrus had told her to just have fun. She got a huge roar of laughter from the audience as she talked about their conversation. And she had told Cyrus that she now had a good excuse to do her deep-voiced impression of her. And Miley's response was, "Hell yeah, I'm Miley Cyrus." After the show aired, Cyrus proudly put the quote on a custom-made tank top as she posed in bed with a cup of tea.
You know who else is really good? Ariana Grande does spot-on impressions. I mean, pro-level impressions.
The two have been friends since the beginning of their careers. At the time, they were both employed by Disney. Adina Menzel has launched a new clothing line called Encore, and the collection will be sold on QVC.
Kathy?
Ooh.
She told People magazine that the collection is, quote, sleep to street. And that's kind of where it came from. And she said, and then when I started to really manifest the idea and put it out there, I saw how I could build upon that for an entire collection, really take decision-making of a day's outfit out of the equation.
So the deal is you can roll out of bed and go outside?
I don't know.
Well, it's like it started a little while ago, and it's people were literally taking pajamas and like tucking the shirt in and putting heels on and wearing it as an outfit. So I think it's kind of branching off of that.
But the idea is you wouldn't spend a night sleeping in it and then go, right?
I mean,
you wouldn't.
No, I don't think that's technically what it is, but you could.
Sleep to street.
Of course, she rose to fame as Maureen in the popular Broadway musical Rent, and her career took off, and she won a Tony Award as Elphaba in as the Wicked Witch of the West and Wicked, and then, of course, she is Elsa in Frozen, but she will return to her starring role as Jodie in the West Coast premiere of Joshua Harmon's Skin Tight in September.
Steve, I could go from bed, fix it up, and go out. I couldn't go the other way. I couldn't go all day in an outfit and then jump in bed and go to sleep.
Okay.
That would be yucky.
I see that.
I agree with you.
Yucky.
That should be your collection. Yucky.
That would be yucky.
Ooh, yucky. and that's the advertising phrase.
QVC, we have Kathy Romano with her yucky line.
Somebody, you hear, I see the commercial. Somebody walks by wearing the Yucky brand, and somebody goes, "Ooh, yucky."
It's like goop.
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference? Yeah.
Yucky. Marnie Schulenberg,
From the people who brought you icky.
Marnie Schulenberg, and a soap actress known for playing Joe Sullivan on the One Life to Live reboot, and Allison Stewart on As the World Turns, has passed away at the age of 37. That's terrible news.
It's incredibly sad.
I didn't know her, but, passing away at 37, yeah. Her representative told The Hollywood Reporter that the Daytime Emmy-nominated actress passed away Tuesday in Bloomfield, New Jersey, after being diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer in 2020. That's terrible to hear. How about this? Amy Schumer transformed into her alter ego, Khloe Kardashian, for Hulu's Upfronts presentation on Tuesday. She wore baggy, ripped jeans, a brown bodysuit, and a baby blue blazer as she joined her two new family members, Khloe Kardashian and Kris Jenner, on stage for the presentation.
She's a big Kardashian fan.
Oh,
right.
She's great.
Yep. So she's Khloe Kardashian, apparently. Yellowstone Season 5 will premiere this fall. The Paramount Network announced on Twitter Wednesday that the Dutton family will be back on November 13th. The supersized 14-episode season will be split into 2 parts.
Oh, I think
You're a big
like
fan,
this.
right?
Yeah, Ozark
splitting
did
up?
it. Yeah, I think I like that.
Stranger Things is doing it too.
Okay.
So I'm on board for that. Take a little, let it stretch, let it last throughout the year a little bit.
Just live with it.
You know.
And then, so she's a big fan. I know of Yellowstone. As are you, Casey.
Love
You
it.
like the sequel series.
Yeah, the 1886. But
And
I
now
haven't.
there's another sequel series that's coming out with Harrison Ford
Oh,
Yes, and
Yeah,
Helen Mirren.
and Helen Mirren.
Yeah, I was reading about that yesterday. So,
So the Yellowstone is a juggernaut. Now, Preston, have you? I sent you an article. I said you don't need to read this if you don't want any tip-offs about Stranger Things. But the review, the critical world is saying unbelievable.
excellent.
Unbelievable.
I'm so excited. We've been rewatching that, and it's just the best show. So much great TV.
Yes.
man. So here, this is interesting. Armie Hammer and his family will be the subject of a Discovery Plus special, tentatively titled House of Hammer. And according to Vulture, the episode promises to follow 5 generations of the Hammer family through their sordid past.
Will they bring up MC Hammer?
I don't think he's part of that family.
That'd be great. Please, Hammer.
Please
Don't hurt him.
No.
Wow, I never
Just eat him.
I never even thought of that there might be some sort of connection there.
right?
Yeah. Wow.
Cousin MC.
So I don't know anything about Armie Hammer's family past. It
There
says
is
their
a
sordid past.
There is a sordid past. There's
Yeah?
all sorts of scandal and so on and so forth. From the family that brought you the box that sits in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the family that he comes from?
Yeah.
Armie Hammer?
Armie Hammer, yeah.
And MC Hammer. All right. Anyway, let's see. Netflix is going to have an At Home With style docuseries on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The news is coming soon after Netflix canceled the animated children's show Pearl that was going to come from the couple's Archwell Productions and be executive produced by Markle.
So this series, which is basically a low-cost reality series, is what Netflix spent $100 million on.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So Netflix
$100 million.
reportedly wants the series by the end of the year to tie in with Harry's upcoming memoir, but the Sussexes would rather it be next year. The docuseries will show behind-the-scenes footage from their Montecito, California home.
They're going to have to reveal some more dirt about. They're going to have to like the Queen rides a Sibian. They're going to have to come out with something, to just to goose this,
as well as their trip to New York last year. You don't think so? You don't think fascination in the royal family would be enough to fuel it?
If it's just them, there's got to be something. There's going to have to be something that incites people to watch this.
Harry and Meghan signed a multi-million deal with Netflix in 2020 after moving to the U.S., and Page Six cited a Hollywood insider saying, I think it's fair to say that Netflix is getting its pound of flesh.
They should do, honestly, a royal family version of Jackass.
Oh, my God.
And have them doing, this one's called Fox Hunt.
Yeah. Have them do royal named things.
Right.
Things that are typically associated with the royal family.
The guillotine.
Yeah. So, according to today, Tom Brady will be the first person featured on Netflix's new comedy special titled Greatest Roasts of All Time. Brady will also serve as an executive producer for the show. Netflix's vice president of stand-up and comedy formats, Robbie Praw, said, we can't wait to burn three-time Super Bowl losing quarterback Tom Brady. There you go.
That's cool.
Who only went back to the NFL in order to delay this roast, he said. So we'll see how that ends up coming out. All right, and then finally, Netflix released their trailer for Spiderhead, starring Chris Hemsworth. Is that what it's called? Spiderhead?
Spiderhead?
Yeah.
Spiderhead.
The futuristic movie shows Hemsworth running a prison and performing experiments on the prisoners. Miles Teller and Journey Smollett star as 2 of the inmates.
You see the big push, I guess Chris Hemsworth is behind it, or at least part of it, or a participant, in the Chris Hemsworth Thor workout.
No.
Which is an actual program you can purchase. It's all over social media, Instagram and TikTok, and they people buying this workout program with the hopes of looking like Chris Hemsworth.
He works out constantly. I followed him on social media. I think I stopped following him because all it was him working out all the time.
Stop it.
And I got kind of tired of that.
It's like Jennifer Lopez crying over not being nominated.
Stop it already.
You've got everything.
Yeah. All right, let's roll the clips. We are ready for that. In this clip, Victoria Justice explains how easy it was to meet and film a romantic comedy with her co-star Adam Damos in Netflix's A Perfect Pairing.
I mean, I think there's always that fear. You never fully know what you're getting yourself into, and you hope that it's going to be someone that is professional and kind and easy to work with. And I was so relieved when I met Adam because he was all those things. He was so warm and friendly and down to earth and just super professional. And we were both just really there, ready and willing to give it our all and to do the best job that we could. And so that was really reassuring.
Perfect Pairing premieres on Netflix tonight. Here's the next clip for you. Fans will get to watch the Scaled and Icy album performed like they've never seen before in the 21 Pilots Cinema experience. And here, lead singer Tyler Joseph describes how they remastered their 2021 album release show.
We're really proud of it. So it was a live stream. This is the airing that we did last year. But this time we went back and we got to mix the audio specifically for a theater. The word experience gets thrown around a lot, but it does feel like an experience with the way that it's mixed when you actually hear it in a movie theater.
You sound insane.
21 Pilots Cinema Experience is in theaters tonight for one night only, by the way. I saw them in concert a couple years ago.
And you liked them, right?
They were freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was a big show. Fire, confetti, costumes, and all kinds of stuff. It was a lot of fun. So they know how to put on a show. All right, and there you go. It's your entertainment report. Oh, my goodness. You guys want to meet a cool teacher?
Yeah.
I can introduce you to one. We made the announcement earlier this morning. Pittman High School was our school that was nominated to vote for Coolest Teacher of the Year, and they certainly did. And they came back with the person we have on the line. Music teacher, please welcome Sarah Mickle to our show this morning. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
All right, I must first ask, what do the kids call you at school? Are you Mickle, Mrs. Mickle, Ms. Mickle, Sarah? What do they call you?
Well, all of them. Sometimes Mickle. That took them not long to figure that out, that my email address was Mickle. First letter.
Mickle. That's great. Is that a married name, or did you grow up with that name?
That's my married name. You ready for my maiden name?
Yes.
Terminator Connors.
Sarah Connors. That's pretty badass.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry. I would have not changed my name if I were you. That's because
Still
Mickle.
mad at my parents.
Yeah, you could get pickle and all kinds of things, and Smickle, obviously, but it's all good. Listen, we have your music for you here. We have the soundtrack too.
If you want to learn music, come with me.
All right, so I did read that you are a graduate of Pittman High School, correct?
I am, yes.
Were you? was this a goal to come back to your old high school to be a teacher?
It was not. I taught in a neighboring district for 10 years, and then when my choir teacher retired, it was kind of like, it was like fate. So it was just an opportunity that I thought would really be, not many people get to do that. So I'm glad it worked out.
Do you find more and more kids, because we had an actual a dance teacher who won as well, a woman who taught dancing. Are you finding more and more kids are being drawn to the arts?
I think they are. I think especially through the pandemic, they were able to, get their emotions out, express themselves through the arts. And I think they like it too, because it's not always 2 + 2 = 4.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like
yes.
There's a lot of room for choice and interpretation and creativity. So, yeah.
Sarah, I was just doing a little bit of research online. What is the competencies for social emotional learning music program? Can you describe that?
I am so glad you asked. So they're actually a nationwide thing through CASTLE, which I can't remember what that stands for right now, but they are 5 different ways that students learn. Just what it says, socially and emotionally, responsible decision-making, self-awareness, things like that. And I integrate them into my classroom every single day, and I really see a difference in the students and
that's great.
How they respond. Because they're you couldn't pay me $1 million, billion, trillion to be a teenager right now. So.
Right. There's a lot that they're dealing with. So, but that's good that you're there to provide an outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so.
How do you feel about this honor coming from the kids?
I am absolutely going to brag about it until the next time Pittman High School is chosen.
That's excellent.
I'm going to remind them every chance I get. And it makes me laugh because half the time I do stuff on purpose just to watch them roll their eyes. So now if they roll their eyes, I'm going to say, you're not allowed to do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm the coolest teacher in high school.
And you're going to have a mug that will certify that you're, in fact, the coolest teacher. So you're good to go. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what we have. It's our prize, but it's more than anything, it comes from the students. Just a little token of thanks from them. So we congratulate you, Sarah. Thanks for doing such a great job.
Thank you so much.
All right, Smickle, take care. Sarah Mickle. She is a teacher, the coolest one at Pittman High School. I'm sure there's tons of great ones, but they definitely singled her out. And next up, we have Sterling High School in Somerdale, New Jersey. So text the word teacher to 39333 for the voting link. You know what's interesting about music teachers, and I would know this because I was a band geek, is you got generally, you would have that teacher. I had that same teacher for 4 years.
Yeah.
You know, so
Oh,
you
right.
really get to know them, and not just in band. If you end up in marching band or music theory or jazz lab or these other tendrils of the music department, sometimes it's that same teacher. So you could have that same teacher for several different classes for several years.
I remember that you would actually leave, like even in elementary school, you'd leave the class and go to the music
room.
lab.
Yeah, exactly. So the music teacher can definitely be a big part. So, all right, with that, we're going to take a break. We'll come back in a moment. Hang in there, friend. We will not be gone long. You know, I kind of notice these things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so, because
Around the corner, down a dark alleyway, across an empty field. He is the noticer.
this one
Nothing gets past Preston Elliott.
This one
the
I
noticer.
I
On
noticed.
the Preston and Steve show.
All right. This one I
6
noticed
to 11.
because Steve said it to me.
All right.
Human
Steve
beings.
sent this to him.
We as human beings get turned on by many things. Most commonly, we're turned on by other people that
Yes.
we are sexually attracted to.
And animals.
There are also people. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. There are also people who are turned on by inanimate objects. I've mentioned that stuff on the Bizarre File before.
Hence people marrying the Eiffel Tower.
But this I've never seen. There are certain women who are turned on by themselves.
Oh my
I
gosh.
wonder where a woman like that might exist. Where a woman who would find themselves so beautiful, they would get aroused. It seems almost impossible that such a woman would exist.
Yep.
What are you saying?
They stare at themselves in the mirror and they think, I'd like to tap that ass.
Well, yeah, but then you don't actually get turned on, right?
No, these people do.
Well, we don't, but you do.
According to
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful.
I'd hit that.
According to Dr. Michael Aaron, a New York City therapist and author of Modern Sexuality, The Truth About Sex and Relationships, it's extremely common for a woman to be sexually attracted to herself, and it is called autosexuality or autoeroticism.
Yes, so just the visual is enough to get this type of person worked up to the point of being orgasmic?
Well, no, not they're not going to stare at themselves and actually have the orgasm, but it will turn them on.
What about a person who wants to vomit whenever they see themselves in the mirror?
They didn't cover that.
myself.
Is that you?
Yeah.
In this study.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And as vain as it sounds to want to have sex with yourself because you're so hot, it's not narcissistic, apparently.
Because it's true.
The doctor said it's very common for people to be aroused by themselves to varying degrees. Some experience it more like an orientation in that they feel more aroused by themselves than by others.
So do they use themselves as a benchmark to compare other people to? In other words, will they not? Does someone have to exceed their own level of beauty to warrant a physical encounter?
I don't know. Another psychologist explains the easiest way to tell if someone is autosexual is from their self-pleasuring habits. If she's picturing herself and thinking about how sexy she is when she's doing that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Is that how you do it, Kathy?
Stop
She's
it.
obviously an autosexual.
Do you think are you thinking of yourself mostly when you're going at it? I'm asking in the most clinical
Stop it.
ways. We're gathering data here. When
listen.
you are there, when you're upstairs, when you've got the device, when it's plugged in properly, you have it in the power strip so it doesn't short out.
Need a surge protector.
Right, or surge protector. How do you see yourself dressed in your mind?
God, I'm not answering you, but listen, I do think this is very bizarre.
Yeah? They said it's more common than you think. It says if you think you're dating an autosexual, you're probably not, though. It says, according to the original definition of the word by ego analyst Dr. Bernard Affelbaum, an autosexual is someone who has a great deal of trouble responding to someone else sexually, but can respond fairly or very well to his or her own touch.
Have you ever made love to yourself thinking of yourself?
No.
Yeah.
Not that I
I've
know
made
of.
love to myself thinking of you.
Oh.
Yeah. And we have to talk.
We do have to talk. No. That's, how is I don't even see how that's possible, but some people apparently
Would someone like this spend a lot of time looking at themselves in the mirror?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that is definitely part of it. So.
Well, I don't know who would be like that.
Continuing on the sexual.
More stuff in the sexual world.
Yeah.
The noticer notices everything, even sexual stuff.
All right, this other thing I noticed, and this speaks to a few of the people here in this room.
This speaks to people in this very room.
It does.
The noticer has no pity on you.
Who here does not shower in the morning?
Me.
Nick and Casey.
I don't shower. I shower at night.
Nick, Casey, and Kathy are disgusting.
Marissa, you shower in the morning. No, you're showering right now.
She's a pig. They're all pigs except for two people.
She's pointing down. No, you shower at night?
She cleans everything but a cooter.
Oh
my
That's
God.
wretched.
I thought
No,
that's what you
shower
meant.
at night.
She showers at night as
She
well.
showers at night. Okay, so Steve, you and I are the only morning shower people.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently...
Morning shower people. Shower every morning, it's true. Morning shower people. Shower for me and for you. It just seemed like a song, didn't it?
A folk song?
Yeah.
Is there a night shower people song?
Night shower people.
That's very similar.
Arrive at work very smelly. Kathy, Nick, and Casey, and little Marissa too. They all smell so bad, we can hardly take it.
I like when I get up early enough to shower in the morning. I just don't, and I prefer to get that extra 20 minutes of sleep in the morning, and that's why I'll shower.
If you
at
take
night.
a shower before you go to bed, you're fine unless you're a sweat ball. But to me, I use it as much for waking up as I do for anything else.
All right, so tell us what is
Morning shower people.
Morning shower people. Shower every morning.
All right, so a recent article at time.com extols perhaps the single best virtue of evening showering, noting that if you want to improve your sleep, showering at night may be the way to go.
Well, guess what? And this is going to be a surprise. I shower at night as well.
I know you do. And in the morning.
Experts say there's evidence that a night shower can help you drift off.
All right, do you...
Night shower, night shower. We all how to take one. Every night shower, night shower.
Grab it for the loofah. Get me in the shower.
All right, what were you were about to say?
I was going to ask if you shower fully.
Night shower, night shower.
You do that better than anybody, Steve.
Thank you. I got my higher end back.
Go ahead. What were you going to say, Case?
Do you fully shower both times?
At night and
I
in the
do
morning.
military showers. I have no hair.
Yeah.
That cuts down on a lot of it. However, at night I take a hot shower, a quick hot shower. In the morning I take a wake up shower.
Okay.
I don't know why I just enjoyed you saying, I have no hair.
It's the goddamn truth.
I just have no
In case you haven't
hair.
noticed, the same way Kathy pleasures herself to herself.
Oh my God.
I have no hair.
Do you guys ever wash your pubes with shampoo?
Oh my God.
Every day. Why?
With shampoo you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Not
I do
soap?
No. Toothpaste.
When I'm washing my hair,
You then go downstairs.
I have soap in my hand, so
Right.
use it on your pubes.
He's got soap in his hands. For his nads, he's got soap in his hands. For his nads.
This is getting ridiculous.
Get it?
And there are
We had 3 hours of sleep last night.
And there are real musicians in the green room listening to this.
Probably
I don't think they're listening.
We may be inspiring a new song
napping.
from Dorothy. Bedazzled Shimmer takes time. La La Land star Emma Stone was the belle of the ball at the Oscars, winning Best Actress, and she's absolutely looking the part. You should go back and see the photos, thanks to some seriously hardworking fashion folk. Stone's stylist, Petra Flannery,
that's who I use,
tells people that her custom Givenchy haute couture gown, custom made by Riccardo Tisci, took a mind-boggling 1,700 hours to make.
Oh,
Wait a second. Okay.
My God. Wait, I mean, you guys don't like to talk about this fashion stuff, but
I do.
had the best dress on at the Oscars. She looked gorgeous.
She did look gorgeous. But Kathy, I thought it was a really beautiful gown, but 1,700 hours.
Well, if you, there was all kinds of beads on it. The bottom was fringe. I mean, that's all handmade. You know, that's all done by hand.
All right, Miss Fashion Maven here. She also had a lot of the of glitter. It appeared glitter in her makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice like around the eyes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Is that stripper glitter thing still happening?
Well, I think that she did it a little bit more glamorously, not so I wouldn't call it stripper glitter. But she looked great. Whatever she did, she looked gorgeous.
Do you think she's I mean, because Preston, that's your style there.
Yeah,
porcelain skin, red hair.
I think she is pretty. I think once again, some people make her to be this stunning goddess. I just think she's very pretty.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and she looked good.
Ricardo Ticci says it took over 1,700 hours and a team of 11 from the Givenchy Atelier. He said it's a beaded wonder. When you see it up close, it's a marvel of various golden color shapes and sizes.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
You get closer, it's like, oh my God, it's the Ark of the Covenant. I get weak of the knees. How alien is that world to us?
Oh my God.
We can't even say the names of the places or the designers. I don't know it. I don't know who these people are.
I don't know. I think you do great as a commentator on the red carpet.
I mean, who's the guy from Fashion Gunn? Tim Gunn?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Oh, you dominate.
No, I don't know. I can look and say, oh, you look nice in that, or that looks like crap.
That's pretty.
Pretty much.
I can see your boobies.
Yeah. By the way, I finally saw Amy Adams.
Yo.
Holy God.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not that really busty, but she sure looked like it in her dress.
Who looked? Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Did you see Brie Larson?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was nice.
That's our commentary. Preston, check out the kids. Oh yeah. We should be like you're at the beginning. We don't even have the microphones. We're just yelling down the. Oh!
Yeah.
She's coming your way.
She's coming your way. Nips. What? Nips.
You guys have been kicked off the red carpet so fast.
Brie Larson showing nip.
Steve, the grade scale would be how many of those Marky Mark pals we tried. I give it 4 pals, man. Yeah. That would be it. Pow! Pow!
No, that's red carpet coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Steve, like on the other end.
Which one? Brie Larson! Ryan Gosling's sister!
Yeah.
Huge kids! I hear you. I'm waiting.
He's yelling over her. Yeah, she's on the way down.
Right here.
The Preston and Steve studio is the arena where the invincible men of Chichi cooking skills await their challenge. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, and succulent delights such as ramen noodles, canned chicken, and Doritos, the Iron Chichi chefs will prepare new, original Chichi never tasted before. Reputations are on the line in the Preston and Steve studio where the Chichi chefs pit their garbage bag creations against one another. What inspiration do our challengers bring? The heat is on. Who will be the Iron Chichi chef?
Wow. All right.
Love it.
And by the way, the winner of the competition will get the coveted Golden Shiv Award. That is correct. Which we have in the corner. Now, to paint the picture, our studio has been completely done up to mimic a prison. So we actually have bars on the windows. We have our various cell blocks, which are numbered and lettered. And we also have what you can and cannot do. There are some rules on the walls as well. In fact, it says privileges. You are entitled to food, clothing, shelter, and medical attention. Anything else that you get is a privilege.
Yes.
And we also have our prison commissary set up, which is being guarded by a full-size Hannibal Lecter statue that we have in the corner. And he is holding the Golden Shiv Award.
Yes.
And listen, guys, just to be nice, we're also going to throw in a couple of other things. We have some toilet wine that we have over there in the corner. We have an actual toilet in the corner with a jug of wine in it. You'll win that too. And we'll also give you a $100 Visa gift card. So we have our 3 judges. We have Nick, Michael, and Joe. Let's now meet our contestants this morning, okay? And their intros are short as well. Let's welcome Iron Chichi, Tim, to the program.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, Tim?
Good, how are you?
Very, very good. Now, we're not going to go into the specifics of everybody's background and how they ended up, where they ended up, but how long were you incarcerated?
Shart out. I'm going to try to spread these out as best I can, but this one, this is fun. It says, "Hey, Presbo. Greetings from South Jersey. I've been listening since I was really young, and now, as I enter my senior year of college, I have thoroughly enjoyed hearing the show evolve. From Steve's I Am the God of Hellfire to Casey's Ranch Rant to Kathy's fall activities and the stream of consciousness manure. My weeks wouldn't be the same if I didn't keep up with you all. And at the end of this month, my friends and I will be embarking on a cross-country road trip from our home in Gloucester City, New Jersey, to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Wow.
Ever since the world came down with Cooter 19, he says, we have taken yearly adventures to various backcountry destinations. But this will be our longest and most planned out venture yet. Josh, Nate, Gavin, Mitch, and Trevor will be packing into Gavin's Subaru and hitting the road on May 19th. So that's today.
Wow.
How about a nice, juicy shard out with extra sprinkles to kickstart our journey on the morning of the 19th? Much love, Gavin Wagner. And then he writes, P.S. Gary, I need you to stop talking and listen to me. So that's what he writes.
I need you to stop talking and listen to me.
So I'm assuming that they're loading up right now.
I'm going to give a few.
And they're getting ready to head out on a road trip. So guys, be safe. Be safe.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
Have a great time. Take lots of pictures. Do some goofy stuff and stay out of trouble.
Send
all
us
right?
pictures as you're out as you're on your trip. We'd love to post them.
Take us with you.
Yeah.
Put Preston and Steve everywhere you go. It'd be awesome. All right. Off air, we were having a short discussion. Sometimes things to talk about on air happen at the last second. All of a sudden, we're chatting and we go, "Hey, this is kind of nice. Let's throw this out there and see what everybody thinks about it." And Casey was telling us a childhood story. How old were you at the time?
I couldn't have been more than 10 or 11 years old.
Okay.
So this has been going on for a while.
And this will lead to a topic that I think people can share their stories with. So if you would tell this what happened on this occasion.
Yeah, because I think every family has not only one of these scenarios, but probably many of these scenarios. So, long story short, at the dinner table, I spilled milk. Happens all the time. Dad was really pissed off because the milk went all over the table. And my dad started yelling at me and in his rage, wanted to tell me that I had ruined everything on the table. And that I ruined, and what he was attempting to say was that I ruined a perfectly good piece of meat.
Okay.
And as he's yelling at the top of his lungs, he didn't say a perfectly good piece of meat. He yelled, "You ruined a perfectly good peed of meat."
Okay.
Peed of meat. And I mean, immediately, everybody at the table, my mom, my brothers, my sister, we just started laughing at him because he had misspoke. My dad wasn't pissed off that we were all laughing at him.
I thought maybe he might freak out that you guys were laughing in his moment of rage.
No, I think what it did, it immediately lightened the mood, and we all just started laughing. But more importantly, from that point on, it was always called a peed of meat.
Okay. So
everything was always a peed of meat.
Okay.
Can you hand me a peed of meat over there? A peed of meat over here. Oh, that looks like a good peed of meat.
Okay.
I mean, for decades after that, and even though my father's not around, we still call it.
I was just gonna say, you probably still do it.
Still call it a peed of meat.
So therein lies the topic, which is someone misspoke or made a statement, and it has become family lore.
One time.
And they said it one time, and it's the best if while somebody's really pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
And they're stammering over their words, and they misspeak, and all of a sudden it becomes a refrain within your family. So we want to hear what yours is. 215-263 WMMR.
As we progress, and I want to hear these stories from these various, and I know, Nick, you have, and Kathy, you have one as well. The show itself has generated things that have become part of our lexicon that were misspoken.
That's what we do.
Every day.
It's what we've become to known as, to be honest. You know?
Yeah.
That's why we cry over not getting awards sometimes.
Yeah, you're right.
That's right.
Hall of Fame material. Yeah. My brothers started a landscaping company when we were kids, right? My brothers are named Adam and Josh, and it was just lawn cutting and raking leaves and shoveling of the snow. And so,
this kind of thing.
all of these things. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I said it. I felt myself going into it, and then I felt you doing it. I knew it was coming.
I had a mouthful of hot chocolate when you said that, and I almost sprayed scalding hot liquid all over Casey when you said that.
I'm so glad you did that.
Shoveling of the
raking the leaves, this kind of sort of
Breaking of the leaves.
sort of thing.
Cutting of the grass.
All right.
The cutting and the trimming and the edging and this kind of thing.
Right. So, so they're going around the neighborhood, and we're kids. And there's a guy, an elderly gentleman, and he's sitting outside. And my brother's just kindly, and they're like looking from a bunch of different neighbors to see who needs some yard work done. And they say to this gentleman, "Excuse me, sir, would you like any yard work done?" And his response is, and this is where the family lore thing comes in, Casey. He just goes, "Rye bread." What? And my brothers are like, "What?" And he says it again. Rye bread. And my brothers are like,
his answer to that query was rye bread.
He thought that they were offering rye bread. So my brothers then say, no, sir, yard work. And he says, "Oh, no, I'm good." But then anytime we needed any yard work done around the house, it's time to do the rye bread. So if you needed yard work done, it became rye bread. It was like the Pete of meat. Rye bread.
Why? Stop and think of what mindset would lead you to believe that some young men in your neighborhood were going door to door offering rye bread.
But Steve, man, they came home, they were laughing their asses off, and it was so funny. And then they told that story, and then Casey, it just became family lore, and from there on out, yard work was known as rye bread.
Rye bread.
So mine wasn't even just my immediate family. Like, it was my cousins. There was a lot of us, and we were away on vacation, and all the cousins were around the same age. So we would always, play and goof around. We were young. I can't even remember how old we were. Maybe, I don't know, 10, 11, something like that. And we were being loud, and we were jumping on the bed. And my mom was completely fine with it. We were away on vacation, and she was fine with it. She was letting us do it. And my dad came in, and he's like, "I'm trying to sleep. You guys need to quiet down. You have to stop." He leaves. He goes, back into his room to try to go to sleep. My mom does nothing. We're still yelling, whatever. Comes in a second time. So the third time, he finally comes in, and he looks at us, and he goes, "Now, let me preface this by telling you, we always watched Back to School with my dad. He loved Rodney Dangerfield. So he comes in, and both of my parents liked Rodney Dangerfield. So we, as kids, were familiar with him. And things that he said. So my dad comes in, and he goes, "I get no respect." And we were like, "Oh my God." And my mom just looked at him. She went, "Okay, Rodney Dangerfield, just go to bed now."
That's great. That's great. I want to go to some calls. We're getting all of our lines filled up. So let's go to Angela. Hi, Angela. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Great. Okay, so you have like someone who misstated something, and it is since...
My husband does it all the time, actually.
I do it all the time as well, yeah.
But our favorite one is I walked into the kitchen, and he wanted to say, "What is wrong?" and why's your face like that?
Right,
When you have that, sour look on your face.
Yep.
And he just looked at me and goes, "What's your face like?"
What's your face like?
So now, anytime we're upset or we get mad at each other, we just go, "What's your face like?"
It's the best, man.
So he was basically saying something like, "Why the long face?" and instead said, "What's your face like?"
So Angela, can that lighten the mood when you throw that out there?
My 14-year-old daughter even does it when she's in trouble.
That's great. Yep. So then sometimes they're good for things like that.
Yeah, especially if it's born of an accident.
Thanks,
there are
Angela.
things that are similar that my wife and I do all the time, but they're more born of things that I just blurt out or whatever.
Right.
But when it comes from a genuine accident and then becomes part of the lexicon, that's beautiful.
Yeah, this is not quite the same as this, but my friend Steve and I were at my house, and this is when we were, probably 20 years old or something like that, and my dad had made some nachos, okay? And he was offering Steve some. Now, let me preface this. Kathy, there's always a preface. We were really high when this happened.
Yeah.
And so Steve goes to take a nacho, and my dad, I think I may have told this story already. He just goes, "Well, get one with some cheese on it, God damn it." And we died laughing. I mean, crying laughing, and he didn't know what was so funny.
That we're really big.
We're sorry. We're just really stoned right now,
man.
We're so high.
But to this day, Steve and I throw that line out all the time with each other. If we're out having lunch or whatever, grab a French fry. He's like, "Well, get one with some cheese on it, God damn it."
Do you remember we had a caller call in and said that?
Yeah.
It just sticks.
It's just one of those that has stood the test
and
of
then
time.
it set your dad off a little bit. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's nachos.
Yeah, let me go to John. Hey, John, good morning.
No, she was a dancer. Oh, my God, call me.
No, she was a dancer.
Jinx, oh my God!
What's up, John?
Oh, my goodness. So mine is pretty funny. It's my mother-in-law. She had a way of just, changing words up a little bit. Like, she didn't shop at the Acme. She shopped at the Acme.
Oh, right, yeah, that's a standard. Yeah.
But her reaction thing was one day is she had a little beach house, little cottage, and mice would get in there from time to time. And one day she found a little bit of trail of mice poop going along, but she, instead of calling it moose poop, she called it, or instead of calling it mouse poop, she called it moose poop.
She called it moose poop. Yep.
Yeah, so every time after that, you would think you'd get them, and they'd come back. Oh, there's some moose poop again.
Yep. You got to point it out. You would have to actually use that phrase every time.
I love
Yeah,
that.
every time, and we literally still do.
I love it. I love it.
It becomes part of that. I'm sure you have a language with Rochelle. I have a language with Claire that I think we are the only people that really speak it. It's it.
I'm going to go to Obi next. Yo, Obi, good morning.
Hey, sorry to bother you guys at work.
Nah, it's all good. We're taking calls. What's up, brother?
So, a couple of years ago, my wife, and she was in her 30s. We were watching the sunset, and she says, "Oh, is that the night clouds rolling in?" And she was firmly convinced that clouds obscured the sun at night. Sunset, we say, "Oh, here come the night clouds," and she gets so angry.
So essentially, her belief was that the sun was still there up in the sky, but at night clouds rolled in, and it's like a shade being drawn.
Correct. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Instead of misspeaking, that's just stupidity. But we love her anyway.
Nice.
All right. Thanks,
Night
Obi.
clouds.
Appreciate it, man. All right. We'll go next to Christy. Hi, Christy. Good morning.
Good morning, it.
Good morning, Christy. So that's one that stuck around, too.
Yeah, good morning.
What is your little misspoken phrase that has stood the test of time?
It's from my uncle from when we were little. He was mad about something, and he wanted to say that's the straw that broke the camel's back, but instead he said that's the blow that blew the camel.
The blow that blew the camel.
That's good.
That's what we've said my entire life. I'm almost 50, and I've said it my whole life, and I have to think about the real way to say it. So
Yeah, especially when you're saying in mixed company, that's the blow that blew the camel.
God,
that's
I say
hilarious.
it on a daily basis.
I love it. Thank you, Christy. That's excellent.
Listen, with the amount of speaking that you do during the course of a day, whenever reading anything or whatever, the likelihood of something slipping out, like good morning, is every day.
It happens regularly, not on this show, but like Casey, when we were playing in the golf outing the other day, I was I'm meeting people that are on boards and so on like that, and when I meet somebody who is sometimes when they have like a position, when they have a high position,
right.
I get a little nervous and I get my words mixed up together, and I don't know what I said, but it's usually a mix between like nice to meet you and how you doing, like a greeting, and I'll say something like nice to doing, or something like that, and I'm like, what I meant to say was nice to meet you, or how you doing,
House to meet you.
Yeah.
Casey, what was the thing?
I do it all the time.
What was the thing you said too? There were people and something.
I said instead of hey guys, I said hi gays.
Hi, gays. Oh, my God.
Hi gays.
Oh my God.
Hi, gays.
Hi gays.
All right, I'm gonna go to.
Hi.
I'm going to go to Ryan. Hey, Ryan, good morning.
Hey, what's up, P-Bud?
Yo, bud, how you doing, man?
I'm all right.
All right,
So my dad had two infamous ones. He, while ordering food both times, he went to Burger King and tried to order a double beef Whopper, and it came out a double beep Whopper.
Wait, it came out of what?
It came out as double beep Whopper.
Double beep Whopper?
Yeah.
Okay, double beep.
And then the other one was better. He was trying to order ice cream when they were younger, and he tried to order a double dip of butter brickle.
Oh,
and
stop it.
It came out a double D word. And they just started laughing and couldn't stop.
And do you carry these on? Do you still say them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and every
You
time
have
my
to.
mom hears it, she just hysterically starts laughing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Food screw-ups are legendary with that.
Let me go next to Jason. Hi, Jason, good morning.
Wait,
What's up,
let me get
Jason?
So I remember when I was younger, me and my sister, my dad used to do this all the time where he gets so mad and so frustrated he couldn't get his words out. And we were talking loud about something, and he just goes, stop talking about stuff and things. And ever since then, it's always, stop talking about stuff and things.
Stop talking about stuff and things.
I like that one.
What was he trying to say? Do you have any idea?
I think he was just trying to tell us to just stop talking. Just stop talking. Stop talking loud.
About stuffing things.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things.
Oh, stuff and things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuff
Stop
and
talking about
things.
stuff and things. I love that. Thank you,
great.
Jason.
That's
All right. Let's go over to Steve now. Hi, Steve. You are on the air.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Great, buddy. What's up, man?
So, thank you very much for the shout out yesterday. My wife's surgery went very well, as a matter of fact.
Very good. Very
Excellent. Happy to hear
I
that.
appreciate that. So, years ago, we were playing a board game. I forget what board game it was, man. But my word on the card. How do you pronounce F-E-C-U-S, guys?
F-E-C-U-S?
Correct.
Or F-E-C-E-S.
Feces.
I guess.
Yeah.
F-E-C-E-S is feces.
Fecus
Correct.
is the other one.
I pronounced it second.
Fecus. Okay.
So now every time we talk about food, we say the word fecus.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's almost like orange.
Yes, orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Yes. I love it.
My dad
Fecus.
was in front of my family instead of everybody else. Now my whole family is just, it's all about fecus now.
Well, with an Irish, the Irish will say, I don't want to say it because it's too close to the original word, but it kind of sounds like that for the F word.
Yeah, the F-U-C is actually F-E, how they pronounce it. Yep. I will go to, let's go to Eric. Hi there, Eric. Good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
First time caller. Hey, so when I turned a teenager, I'm 14 years old. I always wanted to lift weights with my dad. He started training me to lift weights. And he wasn't home one day. I was in the basement. I was lifting bench pressing. And my mom came down and she said, Eric, I told you to stop breast pinching without your father.
Breast pinching.
Breast pinching.
Eric, stop breast pinching. He's down there squeezing his own nipples.
Look at these beautiful, manly nipples.
I love that, Eric. And have you used that many times?
Oh, I say it. I still say it today.
I love it. That's the best. You got to carry that on. Thank you. We appreciate it. All right, Marissa has contacted her Uncle George.
Uncle George.
And apparently Uncle George has some examples that Marissa has said throughout the years, and he still uses these. Hi, Uncle George.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
It's been a long time. I'm fine.
Excellent. Are you Conrad's brother?
No, I'm Jim's.
Jim's brother. Okay. All right, cool. And you were listening, you heard us talking about these things that family members will mispronounce, and we use it in regular family conversation. What has...
So, when Marissa was little, she never shut up.
What? No.
Never shut up. And that little shrilly voice in the back of my car, she would sit in her car seat. And with Jimmy, Jimmy, little Jimmy too, right?
Yeah.
And she would just talk and talk and talk. And she always spoke about her jamamis and her barella. And until this day, I talk to my wife and I'll say, put on your jamamis.
Yeah.
Jammies?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And a barella would be an umbrella.
Okay.
Probably.
All right.
And barella.
Yeah. That's cute.
Was this when she was home from college?
She actually just moved from out of the little kid car seat to the,
yes,
the booster.
just recently.
Yeah.
She's facing forward now.
Yeah, she's facing forward now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we're
a big
very
step
proud.
for her.
Very proud of her.
And ask her about her big head with no hair someday.
Oh, definitely. All right. Thanks, George. Good to talk to you, bud. We'll see you later.
Oh, those are cute.
Big head with no hair. Or should we
probably when
ask
she was
about?
born.
Should we ask about that now?
It's a penis thing.
If you'd like, I had no hair until
Steve. Dear God.
I know.
I had no hair until I was older than 2 years old.
Really?
I was completely bald.
What?
I approve.
Until 2?
Until 2 years old.
No wonder you wanted to get that weave.
Yeah, they're extensions. I got them. I got them pushed up yesterday from Joseph Anthony. How do they look?
They look great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Joseph Anthony. Thank you, Shannon.
All right. Let me get some other calls, and I will go to, let's try Mike out. Hey, Mike, good morning.
Hey, guys, bother for starring you at work.
Well done. Okay, it is. What's up, buddy?
So when I was a kid, anytime my dad would get mad enough, which, I'm being honest, was a lot, he would start fumbling his words when he was yelling, so you always knew it was coming.
Yep.
But he would combine mine and my sister's name. He was reaching for mine, but he, for some reason, would think of my sister. My sister's name's Molly, so I heard a lot of,
Markle.
Calvin was a big one in my house. That was between Casey and Kevin. Would be
Calvin? Somebody that doesn't exist.
So now, anytime, like, my mom or we want to make fun of him, we can't think of the name, we'll just run through every family member.
Oh, I love it.
That's like, Preston, you do that here, Kathy.
Thanks, Mike.
Kathy.
A lot of people, the show itself has generated so many. One of my favorites, and we'll talk about it, we'll bring it up, was when it was Preston, Marilyn, and Steve, and she was reading a story. It was an Olympic competition, and it was the downhill shalom.
Yeah, instead of slow.
That's right.
So we'll call my son Cheese sometimes because one time I was trying to yell to Seamus and to ask him if he wanted cheese on his hamburger, and I just yelled cheese instead of Seamus.
Cheese!
Cheese!
You were thinking Seamus. Wait, you were thinking... You meant to say Seamus, but you were thinking cheese.
Cheese. I just yelled cheese.
Wait, you know what I forget?
You know, this happens around here. Sometimes my dad just gets angry and says the word cheese.
When he does that, run.
What?
Cheese!
Casey, I forget the origins of roast beef.
I called him Broski. I called Preston Broski.
Okay.
And he goes, "Did you just call me roast beef?"
All right.
Yep.
It was at the Subaru broadcast.
And you were just saying, "What's up, Broski?"
Yeah,
What's up, Broski?
It was the first time ever. And I remember that Subaru broadcast, and he turns to you, "Did you just call me roast beef?"
No, but now I call people roast beef all the time.
It all the time.
I love it.
What's up, roast beef? He'll say that in the morning. And it was used actually in Stranger Things season 3.
Yes.
Dustin was wearing a shirt that said roast beef on it, and Steve, the character, goes, "Hey, hold it there, roast beef."
Yeah.
And like everybody who listens to this show picked up on that and texted us the next day saying, "You need to see this." In fact, we should isolate that.
My buddy Brian just texted me. He says, my friend ended an interview, and as he was getting on the elevator and the elevator was closing, he said to the person that he interviewed, "Thank you, meeting you." And the door shut, and the person just started laughing, and now they say "thank you, meeting you" all the time.
Let me see here. All right, now we're getting some local streets names. So let's go to Mike. Hey, Mike. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry to bother you at work.
Nah. Okay. What's up, bud?
Hey, so when I was younger, my dad used to work for Napa Auto Parts, and he was like a regional sales manager, so he would cover Delaware, New Jersey, and most of Pennsylvania. And as a kid, there would be some days I would be able to go out with him on like a Friday and skip work and go up to upstate Pennsylvania for the weekend while he would work and just stay in a hotel room and do all that stuff. But as we were going up one day, I was probably about 9 or 10 years old. I had pointed out a sign, and I said, "Dad, what is that street?" I was like, "Does that say Mac Daddy Boulevard?"
Mac Daddy Boulevard.
He just turned around and he looked at me. He said, "No, Mike. It said McDade Boulevard."
McDade.
Well, Mac Daddy, at that time, it would have made sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm 36 years old now. So for the better part of like 20 some odd years, every time I see McDade Boulevard, it's always Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy Boulevard, and so it should be. That's great.
That's a standard. A street that you've mispronounced, and then you just go with it because you love the mispronounced. So there's my wife. There was a curio store in New York called Premio. So when she first saw Primo's, she thought it said Premio. So we never say I'm going. I never say I'm going to Primo's, and I go a lot. It's always I'm going to Premio.
Hang on, let's go to Katie. Hi, Katie. Good morning.
Gadzooks, good morning.
Gadzooks to you, Katie. What's up?
I had a weird thing. My son, boys, whatever. He was trying to. He wanted the toenail clippers, And he kept coming up to me. He goes, Mom, where's the toe carnis? I said, the what? He said, toe carnis. And I'm like, I have no idea what you mean. He's like, the thing that does this, and it just comes off. He's like explaining it to me. I said, the toenail clipper? He said, yeah. So he's going to be 32 soon. So since he was 7 years old, we've called the toenail clippers. They're now the toe carnis.
The toe carnis.
What is this? I'm missing the word.
Yes, he made it up. It was
he made it up.
Okay.
Toe carnis.
Yeah,
He
All right.
toe and carnis together, and it came up toe carnis.
All right.
He'll
There you
probably
go.
be upset when he hears it.
That's what it is. That's exactly it in the family. I love it. Let's go over to Kara. Hey, Kara, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Kara?
I just wanted to tell you guys, when I was about 10 years old, me and my mom, the family, were playing Monopoly, and I ended up landing on my mom's property. And it's worth mentioning she was drinking at the time.
Okay.
But what she was trying to say to me is, it's a pleasure doing business with you. What she ended up saying is, it's a business doing pleasure with you.
Oh.
And we're all laughing at her hysterically, and she's not understanding why. So we eventually had to tell her that's something that you would tell a prostitute and not your 10-year-old daughter.
That's great.
That is funny.
So ever since, that's what it's been.
So yes, you now refer to pleasure doing business with you as business doing pleasure with you.
Correct. Yes, we
great.
do.
I love it.
One of my
Thank you,
favorite things with you, Preston, was the Jersey Black.
Jersey Black rock.
It was just you being nice.
Yeah.
You're just being kind to a listener.
Yeah.
But that's how it came out.
They were black listener.
Yeah.
They were saying, "Hey, from New Jersey." I'm like, Jersey Black rock. It was just like three random words just thrown together.
Sure.
What was the one that
That's
was
adorable.
said predates that? That was one of the earliest here. And I'm trying to think. I think we even had it made into a shirt.
What's the context?
God, it was just a casual conversation like that. Preston just taking a call.
Something I said?
Yeah, but casually.
I mean, totally office calendar was it?
Totally office.
That was
Yes.
I was trying to say awesome.
Like,
yeah.
The guy's dad worked at a BMW dealership, and he said, totally office.
And Office came out like Good Morning It did.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like it came from somewhere else. Yeah. It came from somewhere else in my body. I don't know what it is.
And we got an entire run of calendars out
Oh,
of
here it is. This is if you guys want to hear it in context.
Sure, why not?
I love it.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody you want to say hi to, Ryan, while you're here?
My family, my dad who works over at BMW the main line.
His
John
dad
McDonald.
showed up, yeah.
Yeah, he showed up, service manager at BMW the main line.
Office. Office. I'm sorry, I was looking at a piece of paper here. That is so freaking office. For Micah, man. And I mean it. For Micah.
Everyone right now, we're actually...
Oh, my God. Why? End table, right? End table.
And everyone that...
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You me.
Here I am trying to just shut you guys up.
Let's move on.
And
Go past this
distract
part.
you. Okay, all right, yes. Let's not dwell on this.
Office.
Oh, Office.
Here we
Office.
are.
Awesome.
15 years later, we got calendars and
What you need to understand too is this, it happens a lot when you're reading copy or when you're just in general where you are, Preston. There's a ton of things written up around you, and so you'll make a mental note of that thing that I have to say, and then you conduct a conversation. It invariably stitches those things together.
Oh yeah, and also if you're reading out loud,
Yes.
and a rule of thumb is you let your eyes gaze ahead of the actual words that you're speaking at the time, so you can prep yourself. You can prep your mouth in advance. So I'm usually like 2 or 3 words ahead of where I'm actually speaking at the time. And sometimes I'll combine words together.
The honest to God's truth is,
what happens.
you were probably literally reading like 3 or 4 things at once. You and I read the text board. You have copy written in front of you, and you're steering the conversation in the room and the listener. So you're looking at the call screener. So of course that's going to happen. But here we are to make sure that we capture the audio and play it forever.
Office is just delivered office.
Office.
Yep. All right. Well, anyhow, we could go on and on. Our phone lines, our text messages are going crazy, but we do need to take a break because I got to stop and get some rye bread. So,
no.
Thank you for your calls and talk amongst your family today.
Yes.
That moment and that word and that phrase.
And you know what?
Whatever it is that you keep alive.
And thank you for sharing your stories with us because, like, those are all, like, I don't want to say intimate, but intimate family moments.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. That's and you know what? And a lot of times, it's you won't explain it to other people that maybe you work with because it's too much to stop and explain the story behind it. So this is a chance to get it out there in the open. So thank you. We appreciate it. We're going to take a break and come back in a second. Some bizarre file stories coming up. We're going to do a contest this morning. Chance We've got to do a prize blowout. So get yourself set for that. We'll be back in a moment.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Make a couple Chichis a day, so.
Okay.
So a couple a day. Now, Tim was assuring me, he said, emphatically said, don't dismiss this, basically. You're going to love the way this stuff tastes.
Really?
Correct, Tim?
I actually emailed Casey and I said I'd like to place a bet with everybody about them liking it because it is top notch, guaranteed.
All right. Yes. Do you still make it, even though you're
Not recently. When I first came home, I was making it like every day still. You kind of get used to it and the flavor. And
you miss it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
So.
All right. Well, that's Tim. Let's meet our next contestant, the second Iron Chichi. Welcome, Chris, to the studio this morning.
Thank you.
Chris, how are you?
Doing well. You?
Doing well. And for how long were you behind bars?
24 months to the day.
Wow.
To the day?
To the day.
Wow. So you didn't get out for good behavior then?
Nope.
Okay. But how's your Chichi?
It might be a little rusty. It's been a few years since I've been away on vacation, but it's all still here.
Vacation. No, Chris, that the fact that you stepped away from it might breed a little bit more creativity and improvisation.
A little bit. I have been a cook for about 20 years. That was my main profession. And then,
So you're bringing that wealth of knowledge into your Chichi preparation?
A little bit.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, good luck to you. And let's go over to our final Iron Chichi. This is Mike, everyone. Let's hear from Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, man. How are you,
By the way, sorry for bothering you at work.
Oh, it's okay.
Good. All right,
sorry to bother you on parole.
That's been going for a long time now. So.
Mike's actually wearing a prison T-shirt, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. Mike, if you can turn around.
What is DWHCF?
George W. Hill. George W. Hill Correctional Facility.
No kidding.
That's a Delco. Yes. Delco, baby.
Of course it is.
What pride. What pride.
Hold on, they sell T-shirts, or did you make
No. I kind of took it with me when I left, even though you're not supposed to.
So you robbed the prison.
You took something on the way out of prison.
You gotta have a reminder to not go back.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not a Marriott. Yeah.
All right. So for how long were you away, Mike?
A little over 7 months.
Okay.
I did 3 different times. One was a weekend, one was 12 days, and the longest was just over 7 months.
But you had your Chichi experiences and your Chichi preparation skills are up to snuff?
I actually emailed Casey. I told him Chichis aren't even the best thing that they make there. So
Yeah, he said he was going to make a stromboli.
Wow. They call it a wrap in Delco. It's a stromboli in where Tim's from.
Okay.
All right. And by the way, these guys all sat in the lobby together for a little while, and so they were sharing stories. None of them served time at the same place. They were all 4 different places.
Perfect. Then we might get 4 different completely. Foods are they're just different regions.
Italian cuisine
that will give you different tastes. So maybe we'll experience that as well. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
All right. Let's Iron Chichi head over to the commissary and get what ingredients you guys need. I see immediately that Tim is going for the cheese puffs and ramen noodles, and Mike seems to be still considering what he wants. Chris has grabbed a lot of macaroni and cheese.
We have enough for everybody of every ingredient. So
So I see Chris took all the ramen noodles.
There's more up there.
That's not right.
There's a whole nother.
That's good. They're sharing as you do in prison.
Yeah, not unlike Iron Chef. I mean, there's a pantry of items that you can go to. Now I see some Cheez-Its are being taken, or no, not Cheez-Its. Is that rice? I believe Tim has some minute rice, instant white rice.
Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whiz.
Refried beans.
Refried beans. Very good for that Mexican sort of flavor.
We have both Cool Ranch Doritos and regular Doritos.
Did you need beef ramens? Because that's top shelf right there.
Top shelf to
That is top shelf beef ramen right there, buddy.
What are the flavors of ramen we have, Casey?
Just beef and chicken.
Okay.
And did everybody? So everybody has the ramen. Did everybody grab a summer sausage? Is that the common ingredient?
I think they call it a beef stick, Casey.
Yeah, each person has grabbed one.
The old beef stick. Yeah.
Case, we know that at least one served in a Delaware County prison. Has anybody served in a Bucks County prison?
I think the rest of them, yeah.
Because I would imagine that's going to be like a higher class Chichi.
Tim's doing a fist pump.
Butt all the way. I'm looking at Chris. He's got a technique where he's smashing up the cheese puffs inside the bag.
That seems like a common
tactic. It all break down, so it's like a cheese sauce, no chunks.
Oh, okay, and you're going to mix that with the hot water?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, all right. So
we used to let it sit in the sink and run the hot water over it. That would be the insulation idea he's using, but we're gonna have to.
So there's very similar techniques being employed here, but a different selection of menu items, which I think is intriguing.
Oh, you know what? Preston had a question yesterday about smoking in prison. Is it illegal to smoke cigarettes, and do people smoke? Yeah. But you can smell it though.
I can only speak on Bucks, but it is illegal to smoke in Bucks County Jail. People do smoke in the jail. But
if it's an infraction, though, they can send you to jail, can't they?
That's the thing that sucks, is you might actually get arrested.
But all right, so if you were to smoke, where would you smoke?
I'm not going to say that you empty the toilet out and then blow the smoke through the pipes and flush the toilet. But if I had to take a guess right now, that would be my assumption.
So the toilet is just not for pooping anymore.
Oh, not at all.
It's an oven.
It's an oven.
It's an aeration system.
It's a hot tub at times.
It's a hot tub.
You bored?
Prison sounds great.
Bucks is also known as Bucks County
Country Club.
There we go. She knows.
We have a ripped bag. We have a ripped bag.
We've got more bags. I bought 1,000 of them.
There is. There's a mess all over the place.
Chris is helping out Tim. Cooks are coming together.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. By the way, Tim, that looks disgusting.
But it smells so good.
Does it really?
I swear it does. Although I'm a little. Tim might have gotten some contraband.
Oh, really?
No.
He snuck a packet of sugar over here.
Oh, no.
That's allowed?
Sugar was allowed.
All right, that was one of the items. You can get that at the commissary. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put about a 10. What?
He called me a rat.
Snitches get stitches, bitch.
That's that golden shank.
Don't worry. Nick's already had the butt stuff.
So, Mike, let's ask you about what our chefs are going to have here. If you were to describe this dish, what would you say about it?
It's basically like a poor man's mac and cheese.
A poor man's mac and cheese.
Okay.
Like if you took Franken beans and got rid of the beans part and made it with mac and cheese.
Okay.
Our judges, Nick Elmy, owner and head chef at Laurel, Michael Klein, who's been writing about food for a long time, and then Joe, who's actually done some time and had Chichi on several occasions. Nick, what do you think of our first creation from Mike here, the poor man's mac and cheese?
10 for presentation, if we're grading on 10.
Okay.
It's like you took ramen and dumped mac and cheese on top of it with some spicy sauce and some sausage. I don't know. I would like to know what the sodium count is. I could have a stroke.
This is disgusting. I mean, no disrespect, Mike. Good, but
You really sugarcoated it.
it doesn't seem like there's much to it. The ramen, you did get the ramen soft, which I'll give you credit for, but it's just, yeah. The presentation though was incredible.
Let's go over to Joe, the Chichi master. Joe.
All right. Well, from an inmate standpoint, it's pretty bad.
Okay. We want to get that perspective.
It's wet. It's super wet, and it's not.
Oh, that's right. You like it dry. You said that earlier. Okay.
Mine's pretty short and sweet. Never used the pickles before, so I just have the shredded cheese, some of the cheese whiz, beef stick, ramen, a little bit of hot sauce.
What do you think of this particular Chichi?
Again, it's super wet. This one, there's less taste. It's I'm absolutely convinced that I only ate this stuff because I was starving.
Have you ever had a salt lick?
Yeah. You know what?
With cheese. It's
a salt lick with cheese. That's what you're calling this. All right.
Were you in for assault?
Michael, very good.
Sorry.
All right.
I do appreciate the added texture of what are those nachos at the end?
The little bit of the jalapeno chips I put on.
Perfect.
To take it over the edge a
Beautiful
little
touch
bit,
right at the end. It does taste like someone found noodles and put the movie cheese on top of it. But I mean, yes, I like it a lot.
Okay, he likes it a lot.
Really?
Wow,
Those words
dude,
came out of your mouth?
Chris, write that down. Nick Elmy of Laurel says, I like it a lot.
Tim is garnishing the dishes.
Yep, and Marissa is handing them out now. So we'll start this time. We'll let the judges sample this, and it definitely looks completely different than the others. The other ones definitely had a very moist consistency to them, a little bit on the runny side as well. This looks dry. And we'll let our judges get a quick taste, so it's going to be completely different.
Much different.
Yeah, in fact, it's dense. I'm actually this weighs a lot. All right, let's go to Michael Klein. You need a little bit more time on that, Michael?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
You sure? Keep eating, Mike. Go ahead. I got plenty more.
I actually like this one the best. It's, even though there's more texture to it.
Okay. And that helps out.
I think.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Nick Elmy next.
I'm actually going to agree with that. Like, wow. It has a very rice and beans kind of flavor to it.
Okay.
The Doritos on top are pretty good. It's, I mean, easily my favorite one.
Okay. And then let's go over to Joe. What do you think?
This is definitely the best one. So would you agree, Nick?
Yeah.
That it's definitely the consistency thing, right?
Yeah, it's a consistency thing.
All right. So it is. It's time. It's officially time to find out who our Iron Chichi champion of 2017, because we have to do this every year now.
I think so.
No, we gotta wait for some next people to get out of prison.
Let's go voting one at a time. We have Mike who went first, Chris was second, and then Tim was third. Let's start with Nick Elmy. Nick?
Yeah, I think Tim looks the most dangerous, so he wins.
So we have one vote for Tim. Let's go to Michael Klein.
I'll go with Tim also.
And is it going to be a clean sweep, Joe?
It is.
Tim! The Iron Chichi, Tim. Let's get a word from our winner, Tim. How do you feel?
I'm going to Disney World.
Yeah, even better news. Kathy cleaned out her closet.
Yeah. Wow.
You should put something up on social media about the journey.
I think it's very brave of you.
Yeah.
To get in there and
I really appreciate it.
and clean out your closet.
It was difficult for me.
There was an extra sock that was unaccounted for. She broke out her documents and her spreadsheets. I can't imagine a Kathy closet was in bad shape.
You needed help with this?
I know.
I'm telling you, it got
freaky.
It just got I was like overwhelmed.
Carrie.
And I've known for, a while now that I need to do it. And every time I would go to do it, I wouldn't get it done. And to be honest with you, I asked a couple people to come in and help me. People got canceled, whatever it was.
Some help and I need it now.
Stop.
Carrie, when you went in, did Kathy take mud and put it under her eyes and tie a red bandana around her head?
She's rosy.
Oh no! It's time. We're going in. It's gonna get bloody.
Oh
Carrie, these are the people I work with.
Wait a second, this still has a tag on it. I never wore it!
Doesn't this go on your legs?
Yeah. It's good on my legs. I haven't shaved my legs!
Sorry, Carrie.
Great to work with.
Yeah.
She was an ideal client. I was asking her the question, Kathy, do you really need 25 black, tank tops? No, you don't. When was the last time you wore this outfit? Do you want to wear this outfit again?
Tell them about my sock situation.
Exactly. Kathy probably had enough socks for probably about,
Coming back, being called sock wearers. People spit on, hey, where's your socks?
You should donate your socks to
Carrie,
high
how
school
much
kids.
did you sell Kathy's throwaway underwear for?
I was actually thinking of that.
Listen, I had bags of throw it out, bags of consign, bags of donate. I mean, there was a ton of
So you
stuff.
had plans for these. But do you have family members that you'll let do a once over?
Yeah, like I separated it.
Yeah.
I organized the.
So you know who would
yeah, like I
maybe
just
like something?
Right, exactly. A couple and like nicer things. I'm not going to take my junk and try to pawn it off on somebody. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's stuff that I threw out that I'm not, have stains on it, rips in it, like whatever it is.
This one has skid marks.
Listen,
you know that that didn't happen in any of my items.
There's some pretty severe stuff. This one looks like an Ohio road map.
I kid you not. If you brought in old throwaway panties, we could give them away. We could
I'm not
absolutely
giving away my underwear.
We could auction them off for charity.
Absolutely.
Or like,
what's your underwear going for?
we could even do like a buck a sniff or something like that,
Does it smell like cod or salmon?
You could do a kissing booth with your panties.
Yeah.
I did throw away a lot of underwear.
Yeah.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys read the sex issue of Philly Mag that came out last month?
Highest quality mulch and topsoil that's manufactured on site. Delivery or pickup for residential and commercial markets. You can visit mulchthis.com. We're going to start with a follow-up. The pilot who fell unconscious last week during flight, landed by a passenger with no idea how to fly a plane, has made a recovery that his doctor is calling a miracle. The ability of passenger Darren Harrison to successfully land a Cessna 208 that was in a nosedive over Florida not only saved all 3 people on board from crashing, it gave doctors a chance to save the pilot. So Harrison landed the plane at Palm Beach International Airport where emergency medical professionals rushed the pilot to St. Mary's Medical Center before he was transferred to the Palm Beach Gardens Medical Center. The pilot, whose name has not been released, is now out of the hospital and resting at home after he underwent surgery for an aortic dissection.
There you go.
An aortic dissection is a life-threatening emergency in which a tear occurs in the inner layer of the body's main artery. Dr. Nishant Patel, a cardiothoracic surgeon who treated the pilot, outlined how long the odds were that the man would survive the landing, the trips to the 2 hospitals, and then the surgery. He said 50% of patients won't make it to the hospital, and then 50% of patients that do make it to the hospital will pass away within 24 hours without prompt diagnosis and treatment. The pilot was released from the hospital on Monday. He said it's really quite miraculous. It's a miraculous recovery. Emergency personnel initially thought the pilot had suffered a stroke.
Right.
Before the doctors at St. Mary's discovered the tear in his aorta. He was quickly transferred to the second hospital for emergency surgery. Patel said the pilot was in great health before the cardiac event and has already done remarkably well in his recovery.
And the person who landed the plane had no flying experience whatsoever.
That is correct.
Yep.
In fact, Harrison, spoke to Savannah Guthrie about how he remained calm during the flight and the scariest moments during the entire ordeal. He added that he has no interest in becoming a pilot and that his wife, who's expecting their first child in August, would put a stop to it anyway. Harrison is now trying to answer the deeper question raised by his ordeal, which is why that all happened. The Wichita Police Department asks for the public's help in trying to identify a woman who entered a Northeast Wichita beauty shop store and defecated in the middle of an aisle.
Come on.
Police said the crime happened last Tuesday, and police said, listen to this, the defecation was significant enough that 8 wigs were destroyed as a result.
Just by being in proximity?
I don't know.
Or
if she crapped in the aisle, how did
the wigs get affected?
Maybe it was explosive diarrhea. I don't know.
Wow.
But they said they would like to know who the poopatrator was so that they could pursue criminal charges. The incident was captured on video surveillance.
She took a hairy one.
And they said that for the good of all of you, we are not posting the footage of the offended fecal assault.
Jeez.
Eventually, police said that they did identify the woman, and they have not named her as of yet, but they said they tracked the person down who did it. Now they're going to try and find out why.
It seems like, well, I need to take a dump, go into the salon.
I had to put this in the bizarre file. This is my favorite story of the day. Doctors have prescribed a wheelchair, cane, and physical therapy to help heal Pope Francis's bad knee. He has some other ideas, though.
I want to go to Trinity.
Wait do you hear this? No, it's better than that. According to a viral video of the Pope at the end of a recent audience, Francis quipped that what he really needs for the pain is a shot of tequila.
Oh, my God.
Francis was riding in the Pope-mobile in St. Peter's Square when he stopped near a group of Mexican seminarians from the Legion of Christ who asked him in his native Spanish how his knee was doing. After he replied that it was capricious, they told Francis that they admired his ability to smile despite the pain and that he was an example of future priests like themselves. And he said, "Do you know what I need for my knee? Some tequila."
Wow. A few hours later, how low can you go? How low can you go?
The seminarians laughed and promised to deliver a bottle to the Santa Marta Hotel where Francis lives. The 85-year-old Argentine Pope has been suffering from strained ligaments in his right knee for months and on doctor's orders recently has been using a wheelchair and a cane to get around so that it can heal. The limits on his mobility have spurred a predictable round of media speculation about his health and a future conclave, but a close collaborator recently said the Pope is better than ever and is undergoing 2 hours of physiotherapy a day.
So he can't participate in the Vatican Touch football team, right?
I guess not right now he can't, yeah. 2 workers at a North Carolina fast food restaurant stabbed each other after they got into a fight. The Asheboro Police Department said that officers responded to a reported stabbing at a Wendy's restaurant.
Wendy's?
Officers found one of the stabbing victims at the scene. The victim was taken to a local hospital for treatment. The sheriff's office cited the suspect's car and took them into custody. During a traffic stop, the suspect was taken to a hospital for treatment and was then transported to a local medical facility for treatment of a stab wound, and police hadn't identified the suspect as of Monday evening. All right, and then finally, we will do one more story and wrap it up. A Florida woman is facing felony charges for allegedly beating her husband with a belt after she caught him watching pornography on his cell phone and pleasuring himself.
Right.
It is awkward, isn't it?
No comment. Angela Davis was arrested following a confrontation with the 51-year-old victim at their home. Davis's husband told cops that he had, quote, gotten into an altercation with her after she interrupted his pleasure session. Victim said Davis became angry and asked to see...
It's going to be my regular Saturday night thing, baby. Oh, yeah.
Asked to see his phone and that he complied with her request. After Davis discovered some sort of communication between the victim and someone on the website Reddit, police reported a verbal altercation ensued. The dispute subsequently turned violent after Davis wrapped a leather belt with a large metal buckle around her fist.
Jeez.
And the victim told cops that when he took out his phone to dial 911, Davis knocked the device from his hand and struck him several times with the belt on his arms and back. A patrolman reported observing several red marks across the back of the victim, as well as a large raised red lump on the man's arm that had very good detail and appeared to be the buckle of the belt. When questioned by police, Davis confirmed that she had found the victim watching pornography on his cell phone, pleasuring himself, and that she had, quote, gotten upset. Davis claims to have struck her spouse with the belt to protect herself during a short struggle with the victim, but Davis was arrested after investigators determined that she was the incident's primary aggressor.
So this dude had both hands going.
And she was charged with aggravated battery. All right, and there you go. That is what I have in the bizarre file for you right now. All right, let us take a break. When we get back, I believe we have a chance for you to win some freebies.
I think we need to do it.
We got to get a contest going, so hang in there. We will be back in just a moment.
Preston and Steve.
And the way that she got her start was by selling her panties online.
There you go.
Yeah.
There are, and we have not made this up, in Japan, there are vending machines that sell used, worn, they claim, worn panties.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a vending, because you're on the go,
right?
Your perversion doesn't stop, for anyone.
You got to get to work.
Yeah. I'm just going to grab a cup of coffee and a quick sniff, and I'll be in by 10. Yeah, that meeting's at 10. Great. I have time for coffee, a bagel, and a quick sniff.
Quick.
I'll see you in 10 minutes, Yakamoto. Yeah, I'm gonna have some coffee, put a woman's panties on my head, and then I'll be in.
On my way.
Yeah. Gonna sniff the microfibers out of that sucker. I should see you by 11. Is that a conference call? Good, then I can keep the panties on my head.
Right, exactly. All right, and then finally, Tom Hiddleston does not want to talk about that time he wore that I Love TS t-shirt. So shut up about it.
Shut up, you whore!
Jesus.
We have audio of him on the on the Today Show. Shut up! Shut up!
Stinking whore.
God damn it!
All right.
Shut up!
Whoa.
All right. So
no, he was him. Savannah Guthrie asked. I think he does. He toes the line, and he is able to deflect these things, and he's a very nice guy and wants to talk about the industry and all that stuff, but he's trying to keep his private life private.
I have a different anecdote, but let's listen to this.
Okay.
This.
Shut up!
Here it is.
I read a GQ profile of you, and don't kill me for asking, but of course it was asked about your relationship with Taylor Swift. And I thought when I read it, I thought you gave really thoughtful answers, and I wondered, what it was like to kind of go through all that and to be in the public eye in that way. It must have been kind of...
It's already in the public eye. All right, anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's a stupid question.
Disconcerting.
It's
you know, I
Shut up! I'm gonna hit you!
make a clear distinction between my work, which I absolutely dedicate myself to, which is for the public. I really believe in that relationship between an actor and the audience. There is no, you can't call yourself an actor without the audience. And my private life is private.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Listen, there's enough to talk to this guy about outside of his 10-minute fling with Taylor Swift, which has been over for a long time now.
He's got a major movie coming out.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, I could see him definitely as James Bond. If Daniel Craig, who I think is phenomenal, steps away from it, he could definitely do it.
I think he'd be great. So anyway, in this other interview, the Telegraph reporter asked him if he regretted the relationship and the publicity and all that stuff.
What I will regret is in about a minute when I fart into your mouth, which I'm going to do. I'll regret it for the briefest period of time, and then I'll smile because I've known I've shut you up by floating a fecal cloud down that gob of yours. After asking such a ridiculous question.
According to the reporter, Hiddleston responded testily, asking him, "What should I regret in your mind? I would rather not talk about this if that's all right."
Yeah.
He continued, reflecting, saying, "I'm just thinking about this. Everyone is entitled to a private life. I love what I do, and I dedicate myself with absolute commitment to making great art and great entertainment. And in my mind, I don't conflict the two. My work is in the public sphere, and I have a private life, and those two things are separate."
Yeah.
And now I'm going to fart in your mouth.
Yeah. And now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to blow an air biscuit down your gullet.
Yeah. Finally, it's pretty cool, man. Coming up June 2nd is U2's Joshua Tree at 30 collection, which will be released in numerous CD, digital, and vinyl formats. According to the band's press release, alongside the 11-track album, the Super Deluxe Collector's Edition includes a live recording of the Joshua Tree Tour 1987 Madison Square Garden concert.
Wow.
Rarities and B-sides from the album's original recording sessions, as well as 2017 remixes from Daniel Lanois, St. Francis Hotel, Jackknife Lee, Steve Lillywhite, and Flood.
What would you expect to pay for this amazing record package?
He does his own K-Tel commercial.
Yeah, he does a commercial for it. Yeah.
Hi, it's Bono. You caught me in the living room just listening to some great tunes.
It's just there with the. Is that clearly not his paneling on the walls? Clearly not his living room. You know.
Is that the Joshua Tree?
Well, yes, it is.
Well,
now you can own the Joshua. You turn it up.
Turn it up.
Now you can own it in your very own home.
So the package will also include an 84-page hardback book of unseen personal photography shot by The Edge during the original Mojave Desert photo session in 1986. Even the commercial, The Edge should be in the kitchen.
Right, yeah.
And he's making lunch.
Are you telling the people about the collection? Yes, I am. And look at this incredible coffee table book. With lots of pictures out of focus.
The Edge commented in his introduction to the newly published book of photos, saying, when I see the people we were back then, I see a bunch of pilgrims on a journey towards some kind of creative home.
Yeah.
And I think that really does capture the spirit of the band at that time.
I think that's my favorite look of the band, the Joshua Tree period.
I agree. Yeah. They had a cool appearance about them. I think the album is a masterpiece. I think it's exciting that they're going to play it and they're going to be in Philadelphia.
Did you get to hear Pierre yesterday?
No, but I heard Jackson yesterday, who didn't even know that they were going to be playing the Joshua Tree while they're coming to town. But no, I know that Pierre tracked side one vinyl of Joshua Tree, and I missed it, and I wish I would have heard it.
I don't know if it was special vinyl that he had, but I went to this studio when he was getting ready for the Workforce Blacks yesterday, and he had that vinyl out, and it seemed heavier to me for some reason. I'm not sure.
Apparently it makes a difference in the world of phonographs.
That is what I have in music news for you. Hope you enjoyed that little treat for you this morning.
No, Marissa has it.
Little Ned.
Hold on.
There we go. Oh, that's the very one, the very album in question.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
What'd you expect to pay for this heavy record?
It's
That thing must weigh 20 goddamn pounds.
Yeah,
it's like a manhole cover that plays music.
You can feel it. In
180?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Marissa says it's 180.
180 pounds.
It's 180 pounds.
That's a good 50 pounds more than the original album.
180 grams.
We've just we remastered the Joshua Tree on Captain America's shield.
Yeah.
It's vibranium.
Vibranium. You can listen. This is one record you can listen to in a moving truck.
Right. Okay.
Absorbs all the vibrations.
Yeah. All right. So they're coming out with a special edition.
I love that album. I love the album artwork.
Yep, it's fantastic. Nick might be going to Joshua Tree.
Yes,
We're thinking about that, right?
Talking about a trip out to Los Angeles, and it is now my goal in life to get to all of the national parks in this country. So there are two relatively close to LA. One is called Channel Islands, out in the ocean in the Pacific, and then the other one, which is a little more accessible, is Joshua Tree.
Nick, why didn't you ask Steve if he's been to the Joshua Tree?
Hey, Steve, have you been?
Casey's been there too.
I was just there, yeah, I was just there in October. I was expecting to see more Joshua trees. I didn't see one.
There are a lot of Brad trees and a few Eddie trees, but there's no. It's they're actually few and far between.
Did you go to Death Valley as well?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've been.
Have you?
Yeah.
I want to get to that one as well.
The national park?
Yeah, I want to get to all the national parks. I think Yosemite's at the top of my list, but that's a little too far from LA, I think. So,
Yosemite. Sorry, that cracked me up.
Could have kept it inside.
He said
Some of your friends
Yosemite.
may have mental issues that need to be tended to.
Oh my God.
Hi, this is Bono with a serious message. Sometimes people randomly yell out Yosemite. They need to be corralled and taken in for medication.
Casey's justification was he said Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a park.
It worked for me. Yeah,
But there are certain things that should kick in that like to keep you from pooping in public.
Right.
And yelling Yosemite for no reason.
Is like Yosemite a name or something?
Yeah, Yosemite.
Okay. All right, got it.
Get over here.
Yeah, you big lug. Amanda Seyfried and Thomas Sadowski secretly eloped on March 12th after less than a year of dating.
It's such a secret, I don't care.
They are expecting their first child as well.
Oh, so he's the dad.
The newsroom actor broke the news on the Late Late Show with James Corden Thursday night after Corden noticed his wedding ring. Sadowski said, "We eloped. We just took off into the country with an efficient and just the two of us, and we did our thing. We had a great day, and it was perfect."
I actually like him. He's a funny comedic actor and a good serious actor, so I approve of this. Please let them know.
The sole guest of honor was Seyfried's Australian Shepherd named Finn.
It's an honor to be here.
What the hell's that all about? Her Australian Shepherd?
Their dog?
Oh.
It's okay. It's a Monday morning, man. It's all right.
No, I thought it was legitimately an Australian. I thought they had a group of
well, you know what? I don't know.
Sheep.
Maybe they do.
And they tended them.
And of course, I had to leave the sheep for a little while, but I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Probably
I was
their
just
dog.
kidding.
I'm not a dog guy.
Obviously.
I'm a shepherd.
What do you do?
Hey, I'm here for the
10 sheep.
Seyfried wedding, and I'm the only person here.
Generally, a guest of honor is not a dog.
No.
Yeah. So,
It doesn't usually make the news story either.
And I'm an idiot. They wrote their own vows. And
It was lovely.
Finn gave a great speech at the reception.
I gotta say,
afterwards.
I'm a little nervous. I've been known more for my shepherding skills and the kind of man who gives a speech at a wedding, but I gotta say, it was quite an honor and a little bit of a shock to receive the invite.
Casey, do we have any crowd ambiance of?
Just want to say a few words about the couple. Imagine my surprise, standing out there in the outback playing my didgeridoo, tending my flock, and here comes Western Union. We didn't invite. It was mostly a shock because I'm not even friends with these people, but I'll go anywhere if you provide airfare and a hotel. I understand they'd reached out initially to a soothsayer, but decided to go with the shepherd.
All right.
They were going to get their German Shepherd to show up.
Now that I would have known. That I I would have known.
It's good to be here.
Anyhow, they wrote their own vows. And,
Always a mistake.
Sadowski described their ceremony as beautiful.
Yeah, he was great.
He expanded, saying, "Listen," she said, "the person who I love, admire, respect most in the world. It was she didn't say that. She listen, she's the
she
person.
told me I'm the person she admires most in the world.
Who I love, admire, respect most in the world, and it
It's a
is
little cockeye, don't you think?
everything that it should be." It was just the two of us talking to each other.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt things, but these are very good pizza bagels.
I can't tell if this guy is a talking dog or an actual shepherd.
I thought he was a shepherd.
I could tell.
Listen, I don't want to bother you two lovebirds, but where's my coat? Is it upstairs on the bed?
All right. 215-263 WMMR is our number. Marissa Magnata and her infinite talent of editing audio has taken some music and a little snippet, just a little snippet, edited together to where it will repeat over and over and over. And if you don't catch it at the very beginning and you keep listening, it kind of changes its sound.
Oh, it does. Makes it far more difficult.
Yes. All you have to do is identify the song. All right. 215-263. WMMR is a number, and we have a whole bunch of different things that we have your chance to win this morning. So Casey's going to rattle off a few of the prizes that we have that are up for grabs today.
Well, we talked to Bert Kreischer on Monday. He's got a show coming up at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City coming up in September. We have pairs of tickets for his second show.
Cool.
We also, this is really cool. Steve, you were talking about how Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, is getting these rave reviews.
Amazing.
Well, we have dinner and a movie package. So we have tickets to see Top Gun Maverick as well as gift cards for Applebee's. Dinner and a movie. We have cases of Fathead Sunshine Daydream Session IPA, and we also have 4 packs of passes to our screening of Bob's Burgers movie. That's going to be next Wednesday.
Nice.
All right, so let's see what you want. 215-263. WMMR is the number. We can get this underway right now, and we'll start our prize giveaway with Andrew. Andrew, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Andrew, here's what we're going to do. I am going to put you back on hold. Seems to be everybody's preferred way of doing it because you can hear the audio a little bit better. I will play this clip for you. I'll come back, see if you can identify the song. You ready to try it?
I'm ready.
All right, hang on, Andrew. Here we go. This is our first loop.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, the key is to catch the first little bit of it because you lose it after a little while. Andrew, any idea?
You able to play it one more time for me?
Well, I'll do it just for you. Hang on. This is it. One more time. Here we go. And that's all I'm going to give you. All right, so let's go back to him. Andrew, I need an answer.
No idea.
All right, that is not it. Incorrect. And by the way, text in if you know the answer, because if we don't, if it looks like we're not going to get a winner, we may call up a texter and see if they can identify, and we'll choose that randomly. I'll go to Michael next. Hey, Michael.
Hey, you guys rock.
Thank you, buddy. All right, same one. I'm going to put you on hold. Listen closely, and here is the loop. Are getting some correct answers on the text, so it's not impossible. All right, Michael, any idea?
The Wheels on the Bus.
No. Wheels on the Bus? I commend your attempt, sir, but that is incorrect. All right, we'll go to another one. We'll do 3. All right, so we'll go to Sean. Hey, Sean. Hey, good morning.
guys.
All right, bud, you want to hear that again?
No, I'm going to just take a shot at it. I think it's Sabotage.
It is not Sabotage, but thank you, man. We appreciate it. I could see that kind of power chord at the beginning there. No, incorrect. Can you guys identify Casey and I?
I'm not getting it. You guys got it?
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have got it. Actually, Marissa played it for me yesterday. I was able to identify the band, but I could not identify the song.
Me neither.
So we will see if we can get somebody who does indeed know the answer to it, and I think we might have that person on the line now. So let's go to him. Nick, are you there?
Yeah.
Nick is definitely there. Nick, what song is that?
All apologies, Nirvana.
That is it. Yes. All apologies. Let's see if you hear it now.
Yes. Like throws you off.
Yep, exactly. All right, so you got it right. What are we going to give to Nick?
Nick, you got a case of Fathead Sunshine Daydream Session IPA. It's always sunshine in Philadelphia, so be sure to pick up a 15-pack of Sunshine Daydream Session IPA, the perfect beer of summer from Fathead's Brewery, one of America's most awarded breweries.
All right.
Cheers.
We got the tough one out of the way. Let's move on and see if we can get somebody else on board who wants to take a crack at this. It's Kathy. Hi there, Kathy.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful, Kathy. So we're playing Loop. There it is, and we got a fresh one for you. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, hang on just a second, and here is your loop. All right, that's a hard one, man.
It is hard.
I don't think I could have gotten that one. Kathy?
That is a hard one. Can you do it again?
One more time. Hang on just a second. Here we go. Listen to the very beginning of it, which is right now. By the way, I see some guy just banging his head on the table with each one of those. All right.
Man.
We're going to go back to Kathy. I need an answer.
I don't know. Don't Stop Believing.
No.
Don't Stop Believing.
No, but thank you for at least throwing
beautiful.
a title out there. That is incorrect. Remember, text in if you think you know the answer to this.
It's really hard. Like if you don't get it right away,
you're done.
You're gone.
You're done. It's like a dream that you don't stop and think about.
Yeah.
It just disappears.
Because everything you think you know suddenly just gets washed away because it now takes on a life of its own.
There's like a moment of recognition, and then I lost that moment, and now I have no idea what this one is.
All right, let's see if Stephanie knows. Hi, Stephanie.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Do you need to hear that clip again?
I do, but first, can I let you know that it's my birthday today?
Yes. So we should just give her it.
No. That would not be fair. How old are you today, Stephanie?
36.
Oh, you're just getting started. All right, hang on, Stephanie. Here is the loop.
I mean, you would torture people with that.
I love that. All right, let's try her out. All right, Stephanie, I'm going to need a guess, please.
I don't have a guess. I can't get that, but I am definitely headbanging in my car, heading into work.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Thanks for doing that. Have a great birthday. Thank you, Stephanie. One more guess. We'll go to Ryan. Hi there, Ryan.
Gadzooks, guys.
Gadzooks, Ryan. All right. Do you know?
Absolutely not.
Oh. Maybe I'll play it one more time. Let's see if we can come back. Listen closely. All right. I'll even give a hint. This is right before the guitar solo. Okay, if that helps. All right.
No clue.
Ryan, did that do it for you?
No.
Sorry. Thanks anyway, man. We'll see you later. All right. So Ryan didn't get it right. That means we need to go to a texter, see if we can find a winner, because people were getting it correct on the text board.
It's amazing.
A lot of guesses all over the place, but I saw several of them actually stumble across the right one. So we'll indeed try and get ourselves a winner here. And while we're waiting for that texter to come up, well, actually, they're up now, so I can go to them. It is Mike. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
All right, Mike. Gadzooks. Tell everybody what song that is.
Is it Rebel Yell by Billy Idol?
It is. Wow. You are correct. And here's the actual whole clip here. You heard it right there, right? Right as he screams before going into the guitar solo. All right, so Mike's a winner. What do we have for him?
All right, for you, Mike, we are going to hook you up with dinner and a movie package, including a pair of tickets to see the highly anticipated sequel Top Gun Maverick on Monday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. at the AMC Neshaminy, plus a $25 Applebee's gift card. Top Gun Maverick hits theaters on Friday, May 27th.
So I wonder if, you have Siri now can identify a song if you ask it to identify. Is that too short a clip, or in repetition, would it be able to identify something like that?
Anybody want to try it with their phone, or we could...
Yeah.
I don't know. Or maybe we'll find out people
Yeah, we'll do it after.
Can cheat that way.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to...
Cheat? Nobody cheats.
We'll go to Katie. Hi, Katie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I jumped ahead, Case. I'm going to have to jump back down here in a second.
That's fine. She's
Remind
not
that.
going to get it.
All right. Wow. Casey's got every confidence in you, Katie. You ready to play?
Sure.
All right, hang on. We got a new one, and here it is. I like that edit. Yes, that's a good one. All right. Katie, what do you think?
I really desperately want to know what it is, but I don't.
All right, sorry. Incorrect. We will go next to Tom, who's been on hold for a little while. Hey, Tom.
Hello.
All right,
Hello.
Tom. Do you need to hear that clip again, or do you know what it is?
Yeah, I'd like to hear the clip again. Thanks.
All right, hang on. Here we go. All right. Tom, that's all we're going to give you. What do you think it is?
I got nothing.
All right. We will go to Mike. One last guess for the phones. Yo, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
What up, P-Bud?
Yo, man. Not much roast beef. All right. So, do you know what that is? You need to hear it again?
Nah, that's our poison. Nothing but a good time.
You got it right. Yep, absolutely correct. Nothing but a good time. Hang on the line, Mike. Here's the actual clip. Nice. Love that. All right, Case, what do we have?
You're going to have a good time on... Oh, my God. You want a dinner and a movie package, including a pair of tickets to see the highly anticipated sequel, Top Gun Maverick, on Monday, May 23rd. It's going to be at 7 p.m. at the AMC Neshaminy. Plus, you get a $25 Applebee's gift card. Top Gun Maverick hits theaters next Friday, May 27th.
All right, we'll go over to the phones and try a new one. It's Jordan that we have. Hi, Jordan. Is your name Jordan?
Thornton?
All right. I'll put you on hold. I'll come back. Try that again. Let's go to Jack now. Hi, Jack.
Hey.
All right, Jack, we have a new loop. You ready to try this?
Sure.
All right. Sounds all fired up. Ready to go.
I think he's terrified.
Concentrate.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Called in, I guess so.
Why are you bothering me?
All right, here we go.
Oh, my God.
No. Oh, God.
Okay. Does that hurt you?
I can't stand that one.
All right.
Marissa's so happy about that.
Jack, any idea?
I love that beat, but I got nothing.
All right, thanks.
Sounds like
anyway.
something a robot would take us to.
All right, Doug next. Hi, Doug. All right, Doug. Would you like to hear that again?
Might as well.
Yeah, only because Nick wants to. Here we go. Here it is. All right.
Oh, man, the robot's angry at me.
Yeah. All right, Doug, what song is that?
I got nothing.
Oh, man, we have to hear it again.
All right, I'm going to go back to Jordan, who I tried to get on a moment ago and was not responding. Jordan, are you there?
Office.
Yes, indeed. Jordan, do you need to hear that clip again?
Yes, please.
All right, hold on. Here is the loop. Here we go. Okay.
That's like a bad alarm clock.
All right, Jordan, what is that?
It's pretty tough. Rambling Man.
No.
Rambling Man.
No, sorry, buddy. All right,
No,
we'll
it's not. That is
We'll
not.
get
I was born a rambling man.
We'll get a texter in just a moment. While we have a second, I will mention that we do have the I Bleed for Preston and Steve blood drive coming up, and you can now get yourself an appointment at WMMR.com. We're going to be at 2 different locations. First time we're doing this in 2 separate locations. We figure the bigger the better, the more.
The merrier.
Yeah, exactly. So Friday, June 24th, live casino and hotel Philadelphia and the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center at Oaks. Donation times are between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Walk-ups are not permitted. There are some eligibility guidelines. We highly recommend you go through those before you show up for that. All donors will get a Preston and Steve reusable tote bag.
Totes my goats.
Courtesy of Window Nation and the newest Preston and Steve t-shirt as well. So make sure that you get yourself signed up. We're excited for that Friday, June 24th. And a Friday, which is something
no
we're
less.
trying out as well. All right, we're going to go to our texter, Nathan. Hey there, Nathan.
Hello.
I hear you know what song that is. What is it?
Is it Rock the Casbah by The Clash?
It is. Hang on a second, Nate. This is the full portion of that here.
God. This text that came in is how I feel. It's an audio version of a strobe light. Like, it feels like it's just this repeating thing that's, anyway.
Bad.
Congratulations
There
on
are audio things that can send you into a seizure. In fact, Steamboat Willie, that first...
did it to people?
Cartoon, absolutely. If you listen to it sometime, there's like this whoop, 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 whoop sound in it, and it can mess with you. It's
like when
actually dangerous.
Like when a car window is down a little
Oh
bit.
my God,
Yep.
that is
Exactly.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out when that happens.
Totally. Same type of sensation.
There's a specific light that does it to me as well.
Yeah, that's right at the beginning of video games. They'll tell you if you have that light sensitivity to avoid it.
Also, Nick, this song will put people in into a seizure as well.
Quick, got some rye bread in his mouth. All right, Casey, what do we have for Nathan?
For Nathan, we got a case of Fathead Sunshine Daydream Session IPA. It's always sunshine in Philadelphia, so be sure to pick up a 15-pack of Sunshine Daydream Session IPA, the perfect beer of summer from Fathead's Brewery, one of America's most awarded breweries. Cheers.
All right, we will go to our next caller, and that is Ryan, who's on the line. Hey, Ryan. Oh, wow.
That's good.
That almost sounds like a cowboy or something like that. Almost like a Yahoo. Yeah. All right, so Ryan, we have a new one. How have you done so far in this game?
Not so great.
Not so great.
Let's fix that. Hang on the line. Here is your loop.
Oh, that's it.
Oh my.
Is that one getting you now, Kathy? All right, we'll go back to Ryan and see if we can get the answer. Ryan, do you know?
It's pretty sure it's Jimmy Eat World.
I need the name of the song, bud.
He's gone.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he's
man.
gone.
Oh.
He hung up.
Oh, wow, that's weird. Okay. Damn it. Let me go to Jay then. Hi, Jay.
Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, Jay. All right, would you like to hear that loop again?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, what is it?
The middle, Jimmy Eats World.
You got it. Hang on a second, Jay.
See, that was the easiest of the lot, I think.
Yeah, it's the very beginning of the song, so kind of easy to pick up on. Here's the actual clip. Yeah. And that is that. Easy one. All right, Case, what do we have?
All right, Jay, you got a pair of tickets to see Burt Kreischer Sunday, September 4th at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Now, tickets for both of Burt's shows, September 3rd and 4th, will go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m. Go to WMMR.com for all of the details.
All right, and we have a new loop all set up and ready to go. That one it will be for Andrew. Hi there, Andrew.
There's nothing on here.
There's nothing on here.
All right, we're gonna roll one for you here, Andrew. Hang on the line, and let's see if you can get. Hang on a second, I gotta wait for it. All right, see if you can get this one. Here we go. Oh my God! It's a nightmare. Marissa has outdone herself on these today. Wow, that's a hard one. Andrew?
What the heck is
I
that?
I know, right? Any guess?
I have a guess. Put me back on hold.
All right. Sorry, bud. We got to let you go. All right. Let's try. And remember, if you know this one, text in about it. I think this might be a stumper. We'll go to Jimbo. Hey, Jimbo.
They did it.
Yes, they did. All right.
Less passive.
Jimbo,
more passive.
let's see if you can do it. I'm going to play this again because I know you probably don't know it, but here is the clip. Wow. You're going to recognize it when you hear it, when you have it in context, but that's hard. All right, Jimbo.
The hell is that?
All right, same thing as before.
hell?
Sorry, buddy.
What is that crap?
All right, we'll go to one more, and this is Shuvie. Hey, Shuvie.
Hey, sorry to bother you two at work.
It's all right.
All right, Shuvie, do you need to hear that again?
One more time.
All right, here we go. Listen closely. By the way, somebody texted in is guessing angry bees.
Yeah.
No. By the way, a lot of people are getting it right.
That shows you, man.
Shuvie, any idea?
I'm not certain, but I think that might be Kiss, maybe.
No.
Kiss, maybe. I'll stop you there. The song Maybe by Kiss.
No, wrong band, wrong song. Everything's on. But
This one's called Maybe.
We do have a texter that wants to take a stab at it. Hi, Paul.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, bud. All right, do you know what song that is?
That is Whole Lot of Love.
What a whole lot of love. Yes, that's correct. You got it, Paul. Hang on. It's in that middle swirly theremin section of the song. And here's the pretty wild, right? All right. And so for Paul, we have a prize.
We got dinner and a movie package, including a pair of tickets to see the highly anticipated sequel, Top Gun Maverick, on Monday, May 23rd at 7 p.m. AMC in Neshaminy, plus a $25 Applebee's gift card. Top Gun Maverick hits theaters on May 27th.
Nummy.
We're going to set up a new one here, and we have time for a couple more, I think.
Yeah, a couple.
We'll go to, believe Mike. Hey, Mike, are you there?
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Hi, Mike.
I always forget that we have
Hi, Mike.
the Mrs. Brady clip.
She's so nice, so
Mike,
sweet.
there's a new one. Hang on the line. We're going to play this for you right now. Marissa's being brutal today.
Yeah.
She's being brutal. All right, we'll go.
Hi,
back.
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Dear God. I'm just going to take a guess and welcome to the jungle.
No. I appreciate the guess, but that's incorrect. All right. Bye, Mike.
Bye.
Hi, Mike.
We need to have a bye, Mike, if we have one. Let's see. Oh, man, people are hanging up.
Yep.
Let's go to Mindy. Hi there. Oh. Mindy.
Miss Cindy.
Hi, Mindy.
These are hard today.
They're very hard.
I know. We're sorry about that.
But people are getting them.
Let me put you on hold, and we'll let you at least take this one in again. Here we go. This is the loop. A surprising amount of people are getting the text on the text messages correct. So, Mindy, give us your best shot.
Is it Panama?
No, not Panama.
But decent guess.
Very good guess. All right, and then one more on the phone lines is Dave. Hi there, Dave.
Yahoo!
All right, Dave. Dave, do you need to hear that again?
Sure, go for it.
One last time. Here we go. They're playing playing the MMR barbecue. All right, Dave.
I got nothing. I have no idea.
All right, I got you. Thank you anyway, bud. We appreciate it. All right, we got a texter. The texter is Mike. Yo, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, do you know what song that is?
That is Cult of Personality, Living Color.
You got it. Yeah, absolutely correct. Playing the MMR barbecue on Sunday.
That's about the Brady Bunch.
This is right when they go into the guitar solo. Guys, and Corey Glover, his energy is just incredible. So, Case, what do we have for Mike?
All right, for Mike, I'm actually going to hook him up with a pair of tickets to see Burt Kreischer Sunday, September 4th at the Hard Rock Hotel Casino in Atlantic City.
Hi, Mike.
Now, tickets for both of Burt's shows, September 3rd and 4th, will go on sale tomorrow at 10 a.m., and you can find all the details you need at WMMR.com.
All right, we'll get another one ready to go. Case.
Yeah, it's got to be our last one, I think.
All right, this will be our last. Oh, let's see here.
Okay.
Maybe that one?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't heard the loop, but that one looks like the most fun. All right, so we'll go to Scott. Hi there, Scott.
Hey, guys. Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, Scott. We have a new one, the last one. You ready to take it all?
Yeah.
Every inch of it?
Every inch of it.
Yep.
All right, hold on a second.
Chris.
Down to the root. Here is
All right.
here's the
It's gonna hurt.
Here's the loop. Here we go. Oh my God. Did you guys get that one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Scott,
Yeah.
what is that?
I'm going to say Boy George, Coca Chameleon.
What is it?
Come on.
Cocaine
You're so
comedian.
close.
What's
Comic Chameleon.
Yeah, that Coca Chameleon. Yes, Coca Chameleon. By the way, all your friends and family that are listening from now on are going to call that song Coca Chameleon. So hang on, and here's what we have for you, Scott.
All right, Scott, we got a 4-pack of passes for our screening of the Bob's Burger movie. It's going to be on Wednesday, May 25th, 7 p.m. at the UA King of Prussia. From 20th Century Pictures, the Bob's Burger movie hits theaters on May 27th.
All right, and here is bring down the full clip.
Like, I'll ask Siri if they can identify the song.
I'll have to turn the microphones off
all right.
to play the
Or
the
just
loop.
put it up to your headphones.
All right, I can do that, yeah.
Play the loop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me
Hey,
back
Siri.
that up and
Identified. Did you say that again? Identify this song. Siri, identify this song.
No.
Just said F you.
All right.
go F yourself.
All right. It's processing.
All right, well, thank you for playing Loop. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. I love this game.
It didn't recognize it. Damn.
Love this game. Thank you to Marissa Meghan and doing all the nice work. Getting all those loops together. We still have a bunch left over, and at some point we will do it again. All right, we'll loop it there and again. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in just a moment, so make sure you stay with us, because we will not be gone long. Jewels and glossy magazine covers used to be the regular thing. More and more stars are opting out of the limelight for the big day.
It's just those two, the efficient, and a guy in a robe with a crook.
It's a crook.
Giant beard.
He's not Moses.
Yeah, shepherds don't. There are shepherds still, and I don't think they look like that.
Yeah. In my mind, they do. They all have crooks.
I have no leg to stand on at all to criticize anyone.
No.
At this point.
No, the Australian Shepherd.
Yep. It's a dog.
What's more ridiculous, having a dog?
Hell no. I'm here for the wedding. Now they invited me. Well, here's your proof. Look, it's wool all over me. I'd like to play a song I composed for the couple on my didgeridoo. Goes something like this.
Thanks for attempting to back me up, Casey. Yes, it would make more sense to have an actual human being, as opposed to your dog, be a witness at your wedding.
Yeah. How does dog sign
man.
the witness sheet?
There's an ink pad.
By the way, I think I'm going to get lucky with the Shih Tzu at table 7.
Kathy actually had a family member pass recently. That's why she was gone last week.
It's been a bad streak for you, Kathy.
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Yeah, my cousin passed away completely unexpectedly. It was very sad. We were all very close with him. He lived with my family growing up for a little bit of time. So it was a little more than just a cousin. We were pretty close to him. So it was sad. So yeah, I flew down to Florida. They sort of did a celebration of life, is what they called it, and I was held at a family friend's house who, opened their doors to my entire family and all of my cousin's close friends. And one of my cousin's friends was a musician, so he came out. He actually played some music, played some of my cousin's favorite songs. One of their other friends is a minister. He spoke, and we prayed, and all of that happened. But it happened in someone's backyard with palm trees overlooking the backyard. So it was a different feel. It was nice, and it was definitely, I think, a little more enjoyable than a traditional funeral would be. But I didn't think that, I don't know, there wasn't
the keg stands weren't appropriate.
Well, there wasn't time really for mourning. Yeah, and speaking of keg stands, one of my stupid cousins and his dumb girlfriend, who was like a mixture of Joan Rivers and the character Magna on Something About Mary.
Okay,
that's basically who his girlfriend was that he brought. Well, they took it as a party and a reason to just get wasted. And I just felt like it was so disrespectful, even though it was sort of that vibe. It wasn't a let's get wasted and party vibe.
Right.
And
unless you're like an alcoholic, and then everything is the let's get wasted and party vibe.
Well, and maybe that played a part into it, because they to me, they looked like they were high before they even got there.
Okay.
So I think they had something else going on. But when they walked in, they were like, yo, what is up?
Wow. Stop it.
I wanted to shove his face in a trash can.
How old are these people? Are they?
Oh, well, she told the entire party that she was 46. I'll tell you what, she was a minimum 60. Okay, she was not 46, but she continued to tell the party the entire day that she was 46 years old.
Well, all right. So there is a scene in Grown Ups in the beginning of the movie, because they all get together because their Little League coach dies.
Yeah.
And David Spade's character, he gets weird. He doesn't know how to act at a funeral. So when he sees all his old friends, he's like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. These things weird me out."
Casey, that's kind of what it was. And my cousin looked like Panama Jack.
Really?
Yes.
What a mess.
And listen,
Hat
people,
and everything?
had everything. And listen, people, showed up some were in suits, and, other women were wearing black, but other people were a little more casual. I had like a long dress on. It really didn't matter, but they were a little over the top. It just was a little much. At one point, they were doing the electric slide in the backyard to not the electric slide music.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, okay, we're enjoying music because his friend is here playing. Sit down. Sit the hell down.
This was just those two?
Yeah.
Just alone doing that?
Alone, just the two of them doing the electric slide in the middle of the yard.
I know.
Sit down.
I get that you're trying to go for a more upbeat vibe, but I don't know how. I don't know if I'd know how to act.
Listen, and everyone was kind of like, what are they
Do we
doing?
have fun?
How well do you? I know their family, but how well do you know them? I mean, do you only see them at family functions once in a great while?
This couple?
Yeah.
So I only see him every once in a while. Fortunately, I don't have to be subject to him
Panama
that
Jack?
often.
Yeah.
Panama Jack and his 75-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah.
So them, no, I am not all that close with.
Anybody say anything to him?
Well, at the end of the night, when she told the widow's wife that she was a bad mother, then people said something to her.
Whoa. Okay. No.
Wow. So,
and this is the girlfriend.
This is the girlfriend who half of us have never even met.
How long have they been dating?
I don't know. Okay,
what a bitch.
Oh my God.
That's just a bad person.
Yeah. It was pretty late when it finally all wrapped up and ended.
Did she arrive in a golf cart by any chance?
No, I don't know.
Steal it from the retirement home?
I don't know. And I avoided them at all costs. I just kept telling my brothers, I was like, I'm avoiding the situation. Like, I'm not going near them. I'm avoiding them. So, of course, I'm waiting in line for the bathroom, and both of them walk out of the bathroom together. I'm like,
oh my God!
Yeah.
They were banging in the bathroom,
or
they were doing something.
I think they were probably doing something else in the bathroom. I don't know that they were banging. So then I ended up having to be in a conversation with them, which was awesome. Which is where I learned she was 46.
Yeah. By the way, if you're 60. Wouldn't you rather be looking good for 60 or terrible for 46?
You better look good for 60 than terrible for 46.
Exactly. And you know what, though? And she ruined it because she told a story later on in the day.
About meeting Eisenhower?
No, that aged her. Yes, that aged her. And me and my mom figured it out. And we're like, okay, she's at least 58.
So I told him Normandy invasion will work. But anyway, enough about me.
A couple of people are texting and saying, "Hey, you can't have funeral without fun."
Yeah.
No, and listen, but there was. Listen, like my cousin who passed away. His brother is a very fun person, and he was distraught over the loss of his brother, but enjoyed himself, had fun. We told stories about him. There was fun to it. It wasn't this couple didn't need to do that.
Yeah,
they killed it. They made it awkward, and they were disrespectful.
Right. It's the difference between a pleasant, upbeat affair.
Mm-hmm.
A positive, life-affirming memory.
Celebration of life as opposed to, look at me!
You honestly, you really you need to take the lead from those closest to the deceased, right? So those most affected by the deceased's death, whether, a husband, wife, kids, brother, sister, whatever, you take the lead from them. If they seem to be having a good time and upbeat and all that sort of stuff, then you take that lead, right? If they're not, then you need to kind of be at their level or lower.
Yeah. But, your cousin's just an a-hole. I mean, that's all there is to it. Was the family all talking about it?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the risk you run with something like that, is that people... But again, someone who has even the most basic social skills would know how far to push it. You should not be doing the electric slide.
Yeah.
At a funeral.
And so, even though it's a completely different occasion, they would be the a-holes at the wedding, too, probably.
Yeah,
right?
I'm sure. They clearly had some issues that need to be worked out. So I'm sure that was the main reason for them. But
this is the way we did it at Gatsby's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I just wasn't into it.
Yeah.
What's that? I can't wait to see Ham-Ass 2, Casey's Revenge.
Ham-Ass 2.
What was Ham-Ass 1?
Yeah, it'd be the first.
A lot of people were calling for now my involvement with the Greater Philadelphia Film Office, Miney and the Effed Up Horse.
Miney and the Effed Up Horse gets made finally.
Finally. There's that one, and what was the other movie?
What was the other one that
Isn't there another
kept
one?
referencing?
Oh, yeah. Stinky and...
Stinky
goes to college?
Does it Stinky go to college? No.
Miney and the Effed Up Horse. Maybe it's Stinky.
I think it's Stinky goes to college.
Stinky goes to college?
Okay. It's Stinky goes to college.
There's a couple of other
There was a script floating around for one of them. For
Miney and the Effed Up Horse.
Yeah.
Well, there was a cast listing for that.
That's what it was. Yeah.
It was a movie that we would have loved to have had made. I think it was the time that Barbaro got sick.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miney, wasn't that when the miners in Pennsylvania were stuck underground?
Sure.
Yeah.
So it's a powerful story.
Miney.
It's like that Antonio Banderas movie meets Seabiscuit.
An author, his name is Yuval Harari, argues in his book, which is called Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, that gossip is the foundation of our species' survival. Gossiping or sharing social knowledge involves retrieving previously acquired information about an individual from our vast social network, a process that's more complicated than this sounds.
So how far does it go back?
It goes all the way back, I guess.
Guess who put finger in Stegosaurus?
Oh, my God.
Are you effing kidding me, Og? Saw it with own eyes. Put finger right in Stegosaurus. Then sniffed it. Get out. Saw it
with own eyes.
With own eyes. I bet at some rudimentary level, it was part of campfire talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Stegosaurus facing away. Og walk up, finger go in. I saw it. Own eyes.
Of course, it's the original storytelling, probably, man.
Yeah.
Steve, I have a response to somebody texted over. Give me the story again about the Stegosaurus, please, because I have a response to that.
All right. Og, put finger in Stegosaurus. Saw with own eyes.
Shut the front rock.
So dumb. You are so dumb.
Yeah.
Shut the front rock.
Saw it.
And somebody also said, get out of cave. Shut the front rock. So thank you to Clint Buffington.
Clint Buffington. Sounds like a pretend name, but it's real.
Yes, and I almost said Clunt Biffington.
Clunt. His name is Clunt. Clunt Buffington.
Biffington.
Punk.
Clunt Biffington.
Biffington.
Because it's Clint Buffington.
Clunt Biffington.
There you go.
What's your name, stranger? Biffington. Clunt. Biffington. Did you say Clunt? Clunt? That's not a name I've ever heard. Many Indians in this area have all sorts of exotic names, but Clunt's not one that I've heard.
Oh, my God.
Clunt.
Well, you heard it now.
So he's the guy that finds the messages in bottles, and he actually tracked down the one that was dropped off of the cruise ship. Guy who was on a Carnival cruise ship. He's from Philadelphia and had been floating out there for years, and he found it and got back to him. So
that was cramp-diffled.
Cramp-diffled. A Florida man was sentenced to 5 years in prison Wednesday after his wife died in a crash while the couple was having sex and he was driving while intoxicated.
All right, so she's straddling him, or what?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's exactly how
that
it
can be
was.
dangerous.
Matthew Notebart and his wife had just left a country music concert. The pair was having sex when Notebart drove into a canal.
Wow.
The crash left his wife, Amanda, dead at the... And Matthew severely injured at the hospital. Deputies confirmed that he was indeed under the influence. Authorities said that Matthew admitted to being naked and that Amanda was sitting on top of his lap when he drove off the end of the road and struck the opposite canal. Yeah.
That's where I think the safest thing to do is if you're going to be in the front seat, doggy style, right?
Yeah. So you can both see what's coming up.
Yeah.
you can both
Look
steer.
out! Sorry, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Hands on the wheel.
Yep.
All four.
So you put the seat back. It's going to be a little snug. I'm not going to lie.
Does the person in front work the pedals and the steering wheel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Good.
You're holding on the wheel. It's like this. You're holding on the wheel. You're hunched over.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works.
It could do that.
Trust me.
All right. We'll
Did it in the Subaru.
After his 5-year sentence, Notebart will be on probation for 5 years. That's a good question. I've never had I was going to say the balls, but I guess that would be right, to do it while actually driving in motion. That's just crazy.
69 in a rickshaw.
I mean, like full on. I'm talking about intercourse.
Yeah, no, I know.
There are other things that you can do while driving, but that is just.
Well, you not Kathy, but you can do it.
Well,
No, you could get roadhead. Can you say that?
No.
we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Who are you?
Have you ever?
Ew, that's so yucky.
There's your answer.
And now we're back. This brief fling to a normal sexual life, and now we're back.
I like how you make the word "ew" 12 syllables.
I want you guys to understand.
Okay. It's a little emphasis that she puts on it. Some of these texts are crazy. Had a guy friend who was with his wife and finished and yelled "hot soup."
Hot soup. That's dirty talk for Bill.
He said, "Yeah, right."
Yeah, right.
Soup. Minestrone. Minestrone, chicken noodle.
Chowder.
Soup is sexual. Soup is dirty. Gets all over the floor. Gets on the pillows. Soup's bad.
I miss Bill.
Split pea.
Stevie wakes up having a nightmare about it.
Split pea. Clam chowder. What, honey? You're bathed in sweat.
I had a bad dream. They're looking at the stool, open barn door.
What are you saying?
He just blurts them out. Oh, dear God. Kathy, here's this story that I promised I would bring up to you.
Lipstick?
Lipstick. Apparently isn't just a little pop of the color. It can be much more powerful. Bobby Rimmel, a gynecologist and oncologist at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, says for cancer patients, lipstick often serves as a symbol of health and vibrancy.
Huh.
And says that lipstick helps restore a normal sense of self that a patient can lose during an incredibly difficult cancer treatment and help them feel like themselves.
I was never a lipstick wearer. I never wore lipstick until, I guess as I aged, I started wearing it more. So
was it your first rainbow party that...
Stop it. So, yes, I think it does help you, feel better about yourself. And especially if, maybe if they're going through chemo and they've lost their hair or whatever it is, just that little bit of lipstick, I could see that
Could make
helping
you feel
them.
wonderful.
Look, I've got a whole bag of lipsticks here. So,
all right, put on something.
Shake 'em.
anybody? I just did.
Let's hear it so people can
this
hear
is
your
lame, whatever
how
you
much
got.
lipstick you have.
Oh, okay.
You have your bag there?
Yeah.
Pour it out on the table.
Okay. Here.
This is Kathy's
Wow.
cosmetics array.
What is your I'm going out and I want action with an illegal alien? What's that lip? No, what is your I want to, as Preston says, you want to just feel your absolute best.
You want to look sexy.
You want to be sexy.
Well, listen, it depends on the time of year.
Say you're going to like a police function and there'll be a lot of guys in uniform there.
Well, in that case, I'd wear this lipstick. No, it depends on I wore darker lipstick throughout the winter, and I just got my spring colors. So there's a lot of blushes and roses in there. Those type of colors.
Do you love watching? I love watching my wife put on lipstick. Yeah, I think it's very sexy.
Come on, guys, let's put on some lipstick.
You have food in your mouth. How am I gonna put lipstick on?
Let him eat first. He needs to eat. Yeah, a little bit of chaw.
By the way, I'm so mad.
Why?
Because my bagel was supposed to have butter on it. It had cream cheese. Oh, man.
Is that what you were gesturing to me about? You guys would find this interesting. And it has to do with this couple getting a divorce.
Yes.
And splitting up their assets and so on. So it was more than 3 years after the high-profile divorce proceedings of New York real estate developer Harry Markle and his wife Linda. Their art collection has now become the most expensive to ever sell at auction.
I saw this.
This is so in all of recorded auction history.
Yes.
Their art collection is the most expensive
that is ever sold at auction.
That's
Steve,
saying a lot.
$922.2 million.
Oh, 922.
Just shy of $1 billion. It's like a billion. It's pretty much like a billion.
It's like a billion. Yeah.
And it was over the course of 2 sales. And
What am I doing? I can't say it. Will you? The guy over there. The guy over there. Stop raising your hand. Will you? You're getting confused. Going thrice, going twice, going once. What? You're better than that. Will you? Should have hired him.
Balboa's auctions.
And up next is this Monet. What is
Monet, not Monet. But wait till you hear the stuff that was in this, okay? An initial batch of 35 artworks went under the hammer last November, including pieces by Pablo Picasso, Andy Warhol, Cy Twombly. A work by abstract painter Mark Rothko fetched $82.5 million. Jesus. While Jackson Pollock's number 17, 1951 sold for over $61 million to set a new record for the artist's work. And on Monday evening, the final 30 works sold for a combined $246.1 million, with works by Jeff Koons, Gerhard Richter, Willem de Kooning, and Agnes Martin.
So they cleared out their storage shed.
Essentially. Highlights included another untitled painting by Rothko, which sold for $48 million, and a self-portrait by Andy Warhol that fetched $18.7 million. And by the end of the night, it was a white glove sale, meaning that every work had been sold. So they got rid of everything.
Wow.
So these people...
I don't have white gloves.
These people had their own museum of fine art, and fine art meaning the most expensive paintings in the world.
And with the facility, do we assume that this gallery was in New York as well?
I don't think it was a gallery. I think they just
collection?
owned it.
Right,
yeah, it was their private collection. Now, Steve,
I assume you display it somewhere, though, right? Why would you?
Yeah.
Why would you squirrel that away in a safe?
Well, in the story that I read, it did not indicate if they had given these on loan.
They lent it out for parties. And stuff.
Well, if they didn't give it on loan to museums or not, or they could have just could have filled their home.
Or they just stored it.
Many, many homes with these artworks.
You know, a lot of times they'll buy it just to store it because it's just an investment.
An investment.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
It will appreciate a value. So that was my question is, anybody listening, if you know somebody who has a really expensive piece of art, I would like to hear about that.
Yes, so what do they do with it?
I don't know anybody who has real expensive, like a painting or a sculpture. And then these don't they all appreciate over time? For the most
I guess
part?
some more than others, and certainly depending on the artist and the collection and what's in. Kathy, your Beanie Baby collection.
Yes, I keep it in cases. I have an alarm on it, so if anybody pulls the plastic case off,
it'll go off.
It goes off immediately.
You got to make sure that's moisture controlled.
Right.
I need to make sure that I get all of my Fish concert posters in the divorce. That's the one thing that I need. I am not splitting it out. But actually, one of my concert posters is. They buy you buy it for $75. It is last time I saw it was like $500. I mean, that's probably the most expensive piece of art I have.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, some people will though make the investment, and you may not be someone of incredible means, but just you use it as an investment. You throw the money that you do have to invest into a piece of art.
Listen, I've seen some things that go up for auction, specifically rock memorabilia, and more specifically Beatles, where if there was a piece of artwork by John Lennon, because he did a lot of sketches,
that's right,
that was going for, a few $100,000, I have wondered if it would be worth it for me to be able to do what I needed to financially to get that money.
Because it'll only
appreciate over time.
Value.
And I would love to have something like that, but I wouldn't want to hang on to it forever. I would want it as a monetary investment, but to have it, own it, be able to appreciate it in private for a while, and then maybe sell it for a profit later on.
Yeah,
seems pretty awesome, but there's no way I'd ever do it.
So in the investment
there's no way I'd
world,
ever do it.
It's like with this art, and I'm a total neophyte when it comes to this stuff. What in the world of investment, how does high art stack up against other things? Other things, diamonds,
like real estate
or whatever.
That's a good question. I don't know what the answer is, Steve, but like Preston, to your point, I have a hard time envisioning wanting to collect something like this purely as an investment. For me, any of these purchases are for the purchase of pleasuring
yourself with the tools and the brushes and this kind of thing where you rub it up and you take out with your penis and enjoying the splatting and the whole
You're buying the art because you love it. You're buying the Beatles memorabilia because you love it, and you get pleasure out of that purchase, but not, to me, like the then selling of it down the road. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't compute in my brain. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're saying. So for like me, even just on a basic level, I have my Batman stuff, which is, of course, it's real low level. It appreciates a bit. But there are people who will collect like toys. If you watch Collector's Corner, which I do, if you keep it in the original package, that means everything.
But would you ever sell any of your stuff?
I don't. I think I would give it to people to pass the joy on.
So you're not buying it as a financial investment,
right?
But I'm talking about the type of thing that you could use as collateral if you needed to. You know what I mean?
Would you?
Well, maybe if I had to, if you had something that was of that value and you needed a loan and you had,
I see. I guess
you could use it as collateral.
It's beyond my level of understanding because when I think of investments, I think of like stocks or real estate or something along those lines. I don't think of collectibles as investments.
Hey, but they do. They'll do this assessment like at the end of Collector's Corner, and they'll run through all the stuff and they will base it on there's all sorts of parameters that determine whether the worth of something. And it's amazing. Sometimes you'll look at this guy's collection. You're thinking, what is this crap worth? And it'll be like $1.2 million. Like Jesus.
The Markle collection soared past the previous record for the highest value of a single art collection, the Peggy and David Rockefeller collection, which reached a total of $835.1 million at Christie's in 2018. The Markles married in their early 20s in 1959. had since accrued all of their significant assets together, including a $72 million apartment, a yacht, and multiple commercial properties, according to the documents. And they started their art collection shortly after they got married. So they must have had money right away.
I'm guessing.
If they were in their 20s.
They worked at Sears for a while.
They started their art collection.
Yeah, he probably started with the good bundle.
Giacometti's Lenez sold for $78.4 million, while Andy Warhol's 9 Marilyns fetched $47.4 million
What I bid?
in the first auction.
What I bid for it is 9 of them. If you have, it's 9. 9.
Instead of a gavel, he's hitting his
head.
His head on the.
Let's go.
What'll I take? What'll I get for this? Hang on. Let me go to. I have Steve. Hi, Steve. Good morning.
Hey, man, been a hoot to about 40 times.
Oh, wow. A little accident. That's all. What's up, Steve?
How's it going? So I was calling to tell you that there's, for those of us who are not like super rich, you can actually buy shares of famous artwork through various websites.
Steve,
So
I just saw this. I just saw somebody advertise. Is this a relatively new phenomenon?
I think so, yeah. And you can basically own like a fraction of a famous piece of art, and then when it sells, you get your dividends.
Do you know where I saw it, Steve, advertised? It's the artist, what is it, who had his painting shredded self, Preston? Banksy.
Yeah.
So and I saw, and this is exactly what Steve is mentioning. You basically buy a percentage of the value of a Banksy work of art. And no, that's it. Is it something you've entertained doing, Steve?
I actually have, yeah. It's something I came across, and I was like, oh, this sounds like, because who doesn't want to make money off of this stuff?
Sure.
Yeah, it has been something I've entertained. I haven't pulled the trigger on anything yet because it's an interestingly new concept.
Yeah. What are some of the share prices that you've seen?
That I don't know yet.
Okay.
I haven't dug in enough, but yeah, I imagine it's kind of whatever you can afford. That's the way it was presented anyway.
Yeah, it sort of gives you a bit of ownership of something you would not otherwise be able to own outright.
I was just wondering if it splits up like a company like stocks, like it's X amount. It's $1.25 per share.
They take out an X-Acto knife and they cut your piece out,
piece off, and send it to you.
I've seen this portrayed in TV and movies, and I don't know if it's accurate. I assume that it might be, but using art collections for tax shelters and also for laundering money.
Yes,
because you can buy something.
The world of art is huge with fraud and money manipulation.
And you can use that as an investment because there are these tax shelters, and so you can buy an $85 million Monet or whatever, and then not have to pay taxes on that.
It's money.
Thank you, money. Count the money. And listen, again, this is beyond my realm of understanding, but I know, or at least I've seen that being portrayed.
By the way, listen to this little detail about their divorce. In 2018, during their proceedings, a New York State Supreme Court judge ordered the Macalos to sell 65 artworks from their collection and split the profits after the couples hired experts provided vastly different appraisals of what some of the artworks were worth. So they were ordered to sell that stuff in order to split up their assets because they couldn't agree on evenly splitting it up, I guess.
So on one level off this, imagine you're the lawyers during this whole thing, your billable hours, the percentage you're going to make off all this stuff.
Be wonderful. Let me go to Mark, who has a big collection himself of something. Hi, Mark. Good morning. What's up, Mark?
I always loved Led Zeppelin, and I started collecting when I was about 15.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm told I have the second largest collection in the world.
You have the second largest collection of Led Zeppelin memorabilia. Who told you this? Was it somebody who had the credit to?
The guy who had the most.
Oh, all right.
Wow. Give us an example, Mark, of some of the things and your most expensive items.
I bought a 70 record set in the early 80s, I'd say, for $650. And now it's worth $30,000.
$30,000. Wow. So
the collection's worth about $500,000 now.
The whole collection. Do you have it displayed?
Some of it in my house, but I had to move, so not a lot of it is. But to Nick's point, I'm turning 63 in a couple months.
Uh-huh.
I don't need this stuff anymore.
Right.
So
Earn it.
my kids can't really do much with it. I mean, except sell it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start selling it off piece by piece and just make money for retirement.
Probably a good idea.
It's
A
funny
good
because
idea.
somebody that we know who collects comic books, when he needed money and he has a good collection, he went and he ended up selling his comic book collection, Preston, for about 24 grand.
Whoa,
25 grand.
really?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Mark, will you just hang on to the things that you just really love?
The things I like to look at, but the things that are worth a lot of money, I'm going to get rid of.
I think that happens a lot, Mark. And with talking about having Preston, there was the guy who had the Beatles memorabilia and then just kind of said, I've been sitting on this for too long. I think there's a lot of Ringo stuff.
Well, it was Ringo himself.
Oh, was it? You're right.
Ringo had all these drum kits and pieces, and they were.
Wait, I'm in the band.
He held on to them, because they were valuable in just in general for rock history. And after a while, he was like, "This is stupid."
Yeah.
So people could be appreciating this and enjoying this.
One of my friends has had, it's gone now. He had he collected Beatles, I collected Led Zeppelin, and we'd go to record shows and we'd buy all kinds of crap. And his whole house was full of Beatles stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought there was more to that, but
he had John Lennon's corpse in his house.
Stop it! Not to be emotional, but he dropped dead.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Did his family take over his collection, Mark?
Yeah, and they gave it to an auction house.
Wow.
There you go. Well, listen,
Okay.
that is an investment then.
Is your stuff insured, Mark?
You have to enumerate everything in a document. I have so much stuff.
Okay.
You probably have your general insurance would cover it. I mean,
I don't think so. Now, when I went to get insurance for it, it's like a stamp collection or a coin collection. It has to be insured separately.
All right.
Well, Mark, good luck with everything, and let us know if that stuff's up for sale. You never some big Zeppelin fans around here might want to buy some of that from you.
I'm sure that.
All
Okay.
right, thanks,
Very
Mark.
cool, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Have a good one.
Take care, bud. You too. All right, how about this? Let me go to Frank. Hi, Frank. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Great, Frank. We're talking about art collection and so on. You have something really special.
When I was 12 years old, my parents used to take me to art auctions all the time, and I kind of got interested in it, and I was a huge Salvador Dali fan. So I purchased a artist print by Salvador Dali called the Invention Series. It's of an automobile.
Okay.
And I bought it just thinking it was a nice picture that I wanted to hang on to. And now, of course, I'm 55, and I'm thinking I'm going to sell it. I can't figure out what it's worth.
Oh, you were
losing you.
Hold on, you were breaking up. Can you give us that last part again?
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it now. I'm 55, but I can't seem to figure out what it's worth. They're telling me I need to get.
You're looking for some way to appraise the value of it.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask. So, this is a copy of the piece.
Yeah, I think artist prints they do an original, and then the studio basically comes up with a screen printing method that produces artist-signed copies of the original.
Yeah, there's usually like 300 of them or something. There's a limited run of the screen printings, and those have value. They're not quite as valuable as the original, but especially if you get a signed copy. So it's signed by Dali?
It is signed, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Dolly
That's
Parton.
Huge. Yeah, Dolly Parton. Interesting. I wish I could help you, Frank. I don't know what direction you take to, but I would imagine out there on the web, you're going to be able to find some info on how you can move something like that. But that's interesting. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, I didn't know about that. The artist print. So it would be approved of by the artist.
Correct.
And then if they actually sign it, then that gives it a tremendous amount of value.
And it's a special printing. My parents have one that's autographed and signed to them. And my mom's first name is Betsy, and her name is spelled Betsy, and the artist signed it to her Betsey. And they're like, okay, but it was already written on the print. And so there's nothing you can do about it at that point. But it's got value because of the artist's
signature
autograph for them.
Yeah. As your Paul McCartney autograph does.
Yeah,
even though it's through Kenny.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So let me go to, I think, is it Martine? Is that your name?
Yes.
Hi, Martine.
Hi.
All right. So tell us about this. I believe your uncle has an art collection.
Yeah, my uncle was like a perpetual bachelor, and that's kind of how he was like dividing his money because he worked for the railroad for years. He had a good pension and stuff. So he had a model train collection set, and then he had all these paintings that he started getting. He had Thomas Kincaid collection and Andrew Bone. And when you get the whole collections, you get these like little reprints and stuff. Well, he dropped dead in his house. It'll be a year this weekend.
Sorry to hear about that.
And so my two aunts were left as the executor, and then my mom, and they had to obviously deal with all this, but they found it extremely difficult because trying to find the paintings to put somewhere, you essentially have to find all these auction houses. None of them wanted to put it in their home. But then, the house was also going up for sale because you have to insure the paintings. And it does have to be done separately. And then there was something about like the whole collection. So like one auction house wanted whole collection.
Right. So there's all sorts of. So in other words, just because you get something appraised doesn't mean you might not get more from another auction house. All right. Right.
So his whole collection was appraised for essentially like $25,000 to $35,000, but when it came down to it, everything was essentially like sold piece by piece in like silent auctions. One prize piece was more like $10,000 to $12,000.
Wow.
That one had to be separately insured and like driven out to some specific art auction that they were only going to get the money for it.
So what's the assessment?
Midwest, and that had to be insured.
Martine, what's the assessment of the full collection? The best dollar figure you've gotten so far?
When they went through the whole assessment from his estate, it was $25,000 to $35,000, but they did not recoup half of that. Half of it went to a silent auction.
Right.
One made like $3,000. His model train collection, that all got sold for like $3,000. Nobody really wants the stuff at the end of the day, and when something like that happens and you're stuck, the family's trying to offload it. It's a big mess, and the money. See, he bought some of them back in like the 80s. He started collecting and stuff, and what you think you would get the money for, you really don't. So my aunts and my mom all each picked one painting that they really liked, and they kept them put in their house for like sentimental value.
Mm-hmm.
But it was emotional for them. They felt really bad like watching it because this is how he had put his investments in, and it just. Nothing really appreciates, in value.
That is a letdown. Thomas Kincaid, there's a ton of Thomas Kincaid. There are actually Thomas Kincaid stores and malls where they'll sell his collection.
Okay.
He's mostly known for these rusty Christmas, landscapes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of Bob Ross.
Yes.
Collection of one of them. There was like one special one that he had like 12 collections of them, and he had every single one of the paintings.
Yeah.
So like it was supposed to be worth more because he had like every one of whatever specific series this guy did.
But apparently not.
Everybody was like, no. It was. And then the Andrew Bone ones are like African animals. They're just like all these different African animals. So it's like they're worth money, but people don't want a big giraffe.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Martine. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Speaking of the Bob Ross stuff, that he never sold any of his stuff ever. It's in a warehouse somewhere, and the family vows that it will never be sold. Right? I think we've talked about that before.
There's controversy about it now because of the value, and so people will buy it, and so it's you ever see The Art of the Steal? It's about the Barnes Foundation, and basically. The Barnes Foundation was in Lower Merion, and then they moved to downtown Philadelphia. And the premise behind all of it, long story short, is that there's just so much money to be made that they were able to, despite this guy's ironclad will of never moving it out of Lower Merion, move it to the Parkway.
Right.
And the reason that it's on the Parkway now, when it comes down to it, is money. Yeah. So at some point, I bet you, Bob Ross's collection will be up for sale because there's just so much money to be made there.
Hang on. Speaking of money, CJ has a big collection that's worth a lot. Hi, CJ. Good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air, CJ.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yo, bud. All right, it says here you got a big collection worth a lot of money. What is it?
I got a 1942 WLA Harley Davidson. It was wartime Harley. It came with a painting that was wartime painting. The painting I was told was worth about $2,000, but with the bike, they say it's about worth $90,000 to $100,000.
Whoa!
So it's a motorcycle and a painting, and together it's worth over $100,000.
Yeah, right about $100,000 together. Separate, the bike's probably worth $40,000, $50,000. The painting's only worth $2,000-$3,000, but together with the magic numbers, everything's right about $100,000.
Wow. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Would you sell it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would consider selling it. I've had it for a couple of years now. I got it for a pretty good price at auction. The price of Harley's, price of vintage bikes is shooting up. So
No, so, yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Interesting. All right, CJ, thanks,
World
man.
War II stuff.
Yeah. Let me see. We're going to have to take a break here in just a second, but let me go to, because John was a part of an auction here. Let me go to him. Hey, John, good morning.
What's up, fellas? Love the show, man.
Oh, thanks, bud. Appreciate it.
So listen, over the pandemic, like 5 years ago, maybe actually longer than that, probably 10 years ago, I started buying all different kinds of pop culture items, and I had a formula that I was going through, and I won't get into all that stuff. But like during the pandemic, like everything exploded because I was all into the grading. I had like literally like the original prints from Japan, Pokemon cards, key issues of Batman comics. Right now, actually, a guy on eBay is negotiating with me because Neil Adams, who's a famous comic book artist, just passed away.
Right.
And I have a perfectly graded Batman 251, which was like a famous Joker issue that he did. So I was flown out to Las Vegas by Golden Auctions, and they did a whole special on me, made like an 8-minute interview video called like Inside the Consigner or something like that, and they released it. It was really cool, and like they came to my house and did like a whole like 12-hour interview. It was wild.
Wow. John, is there any way we can see this? Is it up?
Totally.
It was.
It's on YouTube. You can just type in Golden Auctions guy turns collection into investment strategy or something.
Okay,
That's like the name
wow.
of the thing. It's pretty sweet, but I have I have a couple pieces. Like I would say it's a little top heavy, where I would say the top 20 items I have are worth probably 80% of the value. But I have last time I totaled it, if everything I got top value, it's about $500,000. And it kind of came out of nowhere. Some of the pieces I bought for nothing 10 years ago when nobody thought it was.
Let me ask you, John, in the pop culture realm, what is the big what's trading for the most now? If you're talking about obviously films, TV, superhero stuff, what's the most attractive to investors?
I would say about in the last 12 months, ever since Logan Paul wore that Pokemon card when he fought Floyd Mayweather, that stuff, if they're graded and they're the originals, like from the early 90s or mid 90s, like those ones are spiking, but they're starting to dip a little bit too. I'd say a lot of the stuff is like this new thing is grading things, where like a lot of people have comic book collections, but there's like a company called CGC, there's a company called BGS, there's AFA for video games. AFA is for toys. Video games is WADA. They all like grade that, then put them in these like cases, and then give you individual look. The edges are a 9.0, the corners are an 8.5 out of 10, whatever. And it allows people online or when they're buying and selling, you can guarantee what it is.
I got that. That makes sense. That makes sense because a lot. My impression is up till before this process, a lot of it was just sort of. Kind of, okay, what does this appraiser say? What is it? But if you have a grading system, it'll give you more confidence when you do an online transaction. Is that correct?
Totally. So when I was in college, I was watching Comic Book Men, which was Kevin Smith's, Silent Bob and all that stuff, his show, and they were all about the Overstreet price guide and stuff. And there's a lot of old school ways that people would grade the stuff, and that kind of just a lot of people got burned over time, and now it started kind of blowing up these grading agencies. And I would say one of the best items I have, which is really cool, I just wanted to share all in the air. So the second issue of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic from the 80s, I have Kevin Eastman, the creator of the Turtles, his personal copy, graded pretty much 10 out of 10, signed and sketched. He sketched a little turtle on the front. He signed it his name, and it's literally like it's from the private collection of Kevin Eastman.
Wow.
So like that's the thing. I'll probably be buried in that. I want that in my casket kind of thing.
What kind of value does that have right now? Any idea?
I have it up on eBay for about $28,000. But someone recently, I was just at the Eagles concert down at the Wachovia Center when they did the California, what do you call it?
Right, Hotel California.
And someone offered me about $8,500, and so that's that's probably more fair what it is. But like that's again, I put it at a price where I don't want to sell it. But if someone's willing to give me that much money, I'll give it away. I guess.
Yeah, you'd only if you couldn't say no, you would sell it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Good luck with that, man. That's
All right,
awesome.
John. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'll tweet the video of the interview, guys, to like your account or whatever.
Yes, want to see it. Definitely want to see it.
All right, man. So it's a lot of work if you have all that stuff too.
You know, though, if you are enamored of the stuff, if you're just a fan of it, and you immerse yourself in that world and you start trading and things like that, it's more a hobby, than Nick, as you said. Is it more an investment or something out of sheer joy? If you can find a happy medium, that's pretty cool.
Well, Harry and Linda Markle sold their art collection for $922 million. the most expensive ever to sell at auction. That's unbelievable.
So for $922 million.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, let's take ourselves a break, come back in a second. We'll get into the bizarre file when we return, so make sure that you stay put.
Preston and Steve on 93.3.
Pubes all over.
Oh, it does. Sorry about that. I use it for my own lips.
By the way, Kathy, you can mix colors, right? And get a different.
Sure. Of course.
Yeah.
That's like the fun part. You experiment.
So my wife had done like this purple.
It's broken.
This not pearl, plum, and then she put like almost black and mixed it together, made it real dark and.
Wow.
Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh, you little slut, you. You. Somebody's getting ready for a big weekend. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Big
Steve.
weekend.
Steve, can you do Yoo-hoo for us?
That's messed up.
Now this is, and then the guy blacks out, and then I blacked out, and then I woke up and he was over me like some sort of condor. This big bald guy got lipstick on. He's going yoo-hoo, and I turned around and woke up. I was bleeding.
Holy, oh my God, look at you.
You know what? I'll tell you this. I still look more feminine than Caitlyn Jenner.
Quickly, do we have a wig? Do we have a wig? Yes, we do. Casey's putting the wig on Steve. And it's a bad wig. Oh my God. Oh my God.
For the love of God.
Oh, this is just. Oh, this is so.
I'm so freaked out right now.
This is awesome.
This looks like the ad for Split 2.
Yes!
Yeah, totally.
You'll come live in my basement.
I can't do it.
We have Knight's new character.
I have something to tell you.
And now the voice.
Yeah.
It's brought it all together.
It's all gone.
Oh my God.
How long does that
God.
lipstick stay on? It's designed for it to like stay on for a while, right?
Well, what Steve has is going to stay on for a long time.
Because he has an important appointment later on today.
What is he? What do you have?
We're closing on a house.
I forgot about that.
Did you imagine?
Oh my God, dude.
But apparently, lipstick can make you feel more vibrant when you put it on. Do you?
I feel more vibrant. I feel prettier. I feel pretty for the first time.
Wow.
I would agree with that.
I tell you what, though, how annoying. Having no hair is so much better than having.
Yeah, you got to brush it out of your eyes.
Oh, my God.
It's a pain, isn't it? Yeah.
Are you ready, girls?
Hey. Oh, the voice.
Walking along in high heels, feeling my testicles swing about.
Oh, my God. No, this just bizarrely, spontaneously happened.
And it is bizarre.
It is fantastic.
Well, you were saying... and I am a big fan of the red. Well, yours
I
is
like
kinda,
your lipstick better.
Yeah, you have better
but
lipstick.
this is lip gloss, correct?
It's a matte. It's a matte color. So,
Okay.
She said so it won't come off.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good.
Oh, no. Steve's closing on a house today.
Well, what would?
It'll come off
but you
by
already know the
then,
people
but
that are there.
you might have it for the entire show.
So let me get this straight. This is all marketing that once you apply it, it stays on till you die and rot in the ground. No, it's clearly removable.
But it's, yeah.
I've heard apply it once and then live with it for the rest of your life.
No, but red lipstick is pretty difficult to get off.
Okay,
Not for me.
he can do it, though.
Now,
I work out.
I've heard of people getting eyeliner tattooed on. Right?
Yeah.
You can't have
Michael
lipstick.
Jackson had that.
My grandmother had that done.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Had the eyeliner tattooed on.
Steve looks like somebody. You look like a
Caitlyn's hotter sister.
No,
Like
no,
an actress
and
or-
like an actual female actress,
A younger Kathy Bates.
I was thinking of somebody 80s hair metal band, like because there's this. The guys in bands in the 80s would put lipstick on.
Oh, it's like when they're past their prime and they don't. They're performing now in
like David
in
Coverdale.
Tokyo.
Now.
Yeah.
Casey,
I went to see Coverdale the other night. Holy crap!
Casey, you can get permanent lipstick tattooed, but it's not like it's sort of just like a neutral lip color. Like they almost darken your lip color a little bit.
Okay.
All right. This is a name out of the past. Linda Tripp.
Yes.
Do you remember Linda Tripp?
Tripp was the one that betrayed Monica Lewinsky.
Yes. Could someone pull up a picture of Linda Tripp? I want to see if.
Let's put it this way: John Goodman played her on SNL.
That's right.
I forgot about now, would I?
Oh my God!
When women, by the way, Kathy, this is a trick I've noticed. A lot of women don't do this. When they're listening, they go. They'll jut the lower
kind
lip.
of pouting a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's a forced thing to make you. Oh, you're going to ask me something?
Steve, say prune.
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 I have to take a poop.
Pip. Prune.
I don't think prune is the right.
Wait a minute. Do your Sean Connery with the wearing.
Check a perp. Check this picture now. Yeah, I've indulged your perversion. I will not make your pancakes.
You're better looking than Linda Tripp.
Yeah.
You are?
The reason that we were going there is because a guy that has been on the show several times, is a South Jersey native, and you've heard us talk to him on the air and talk about him many times. The composer, Michael Giacchino, invited us out to be a part of something really cool. He is currently, or was currently, scoring the film Spider-Man Homecoming. And he was doing it at the 20th Century Fox Studios, and invited us all to be out there if we wanted to be in the studio while they were recording the music for the movie.
That's amazing.
So Nick and I took advantage of it. There were some other commitments, and that's why not everybody could make it. But I'm telling you, this guy, number one, for those who may not be familiar with Michael Giacchino, has composed the music for some of your favorite movies. And just start with some of the Pixar stuff, The Incredibles, Up, Inside Out, and then you move over to things like Planet of the Apes. He has also done the Star Trek films. J.J. Abrams and he did all the music for Lost. He started in video games, so Medal of Honor.
Yeah.
A bunch of series of video games that he did, and he is the guy. He did Rogue One. He did. Did he do Force Awakens as well?
No,
I think
he didn't do that one. But he did Jurassic World.
Yeah.
And
he's gotten. They've handed over these John Williams scores and said, "Here, update and run with this."
He is the heir apparent. He is the guy right now. And the fact that he is as nice as he is, and a friend of the show.
Yeah.
And friends of the show never invite us to do cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they know we'd be an embarrassment.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much our prohibitive factor. But this was so cool that you got to go out there.
So he invited us out, and he also said that it was cool if my entire family came along as well. So it was me and Nick and my 3 kids and my wife.
Rochelle just had to pretend that she was Steve. She was me.
That's it. Yeah. No, but they were so nice. So we show up, and when I got there, Nick was already. I found him on the property, kind of trying to find the studio that we were going to go to, which was the Neumann studio.
Yeah.
Was that named after Randy Newman?
No, his uncle, I believe. And,
Okay.
But within that family, and so we're literally on the 20th Century Fox lot, which is sprawling. There are a lot of buildings. It's where they film movies, and some of those sound stages are huge. So we were going from one to the other, and ended up in Building 26, which is where they shot or scoring rather the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, and they had like the Jane Russell suite, and they even had the Marge Simpson stage, and all the things are named after famous actors and
Absolutely.
characters.
That's neat.
And the Jane Russell suite, I assume, has huge breasts, right?
Of course it does.
Yes.
So we show up for this really cool experience. What is this? Oh, Randy Newman. I love LA. Yeah. Who, by the way, he does tons of movie scores.
Academy Award winner.
Absolutely.
He did Toy Story.
Yeah. And Michael Giacchino, by the way, an Academy Award winner
Yes.
as well. He won for Up. He won an Oscar. So we show up, and we're not sure what to expect. And
You feel out of place, and you feel like you shouldn't be there.
Well, we just follow the instructions on where to go, and eventually we're standing outside the store, and it says studio. There's a big red light and everything on it, and it wasn't going on. So we just walk in, and boom, we're in this recording studio.
What are you doing? We're halfway. Oh my God!
So we kind of sheepishly walk into the control room.
Who are these idiots?
Steve, I was afraid that was going to happen. I mean, everybody was so nice and kind, but this is not where we work. This is where they work.
Yeah.
They're friends of mine, but
Michael, God damn it! That's $50,000. Get him out of here! That guy's head is blocking the screen.
So we show up around 9:30, 10 o'clock. The session was going to start around 10. Actually, we showed up around 9:30, and we walk in, and they're all still getting in place, and we're just trying to stay out of the way.
Yeah.
There were several people. You guys are going to jump all over me like that. This is from Wendell A. Buck Jr. He said, I'd like to request a big shout out for my son, Wendell, and future daughter-in-law, Kelly.
That's nice.
They're tying the knot after meeting each other while working as sandwich artists at our local Wawa. And they're getting married this weekend, May 21st.
It's great.
And he goes on to tell me the story about how he was complaining about terrible entertainment on terrestrial radio. And Kelly told him, nope, you need to listen to this show that I listen to every day. And sure enough, he introduced him to our podcast, and quickly became a fan of the show. And also, I felt a bond with some of the crews. That I was born and raised in Buckscow, so I'm constantly rooting for Preston to award some extra points to Teen Kathy. And I attended Ursinus College. I love hearing stories from Casey about the good old Ursinus days.
Best of both worlds.
Yep. So we would like to do a shout out in honor of the marriage of Kelly Campbell and Wendell Buck III. And he says, I am so happy for both of you. So there's a shout out from Wendell A. Buck Jr. And then another quick one. It says, hey, with the end of school year approaching and the Coolest Teacher Awards getting handed out, I would love to give a shout out to my beautiful, smart, and selfless wife, Mary Claremont. She's been a teacher in her district for over a decade. She's won Teacher of the Year in the past and is a pillar in the district. Her school is not eligible for Coolest Teacher, I think, but she is for sure the coolest teacher I know. Anyway, I love you, babe, and can't wait to raise our next child with you, who is due to arrive on July 8th. That's nice. Rock on. That is from James Claremont. So here's a shout out from Mary Claremont. All right, let's do the Bizarre File.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
All right, B-File this morning brought to you by Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is the only place that you can get your sub Mikey's way, because authentic ingredients make all the difference. Be a sub above or a slub above if you like to. A Central Texas volunteer fire department is asking people everywhere to keep an eye out for rattlesnakes in the pool toys.
Oh, no.
A post from the fire department said when someone picked up one of their pool noodles, a large rattlesnake fell out of it. And they realized later that several baby snakes were still inside as well.
Well, those are like snake sleeping bags.
Yeah, so they said there could be snakes in your pool noodles. As temperatures rise, the department says that it is common for snakes to look for dark and cool spaces to hide during the day. And they recommended keeping pool toys elevated or sealed if they're being stored outside. If a snake bites you, by the way, the fire department advises staying calm and heading to the hospital as soon as possible. Be able to describe the snake to the hospital staff as best you can, and do not try to cut at the wound, suck the venom out, or try to capture the snake.
Yeah, don't do that.
Those are things you are not supposed to do, even though you think you may have to do that.
I think I can do this.
A Texas couple sued Apple Monday, alleging that their 12-year-old son suffered permanent hearing loss when his AirPods emitted an alert so loud that it tore one of his eardrums. Yeah, this is terrible, and I totally believe this. The boy, now 14 and identified in the lawsuit as BG, was using his AirPods Pro with his iPhone to watch Netflix in 2020 when an Amber Alert came through. And it was filed by Carlos Gordoa and Ariana Reyes of San Antonio. BG was watching Netflix on a low volume. But when the Amber Alert was issued, it went off suddenly and without warning at a volume that tore apart his eardrum, damaging his cochlea and causing significant injuries to BG's hearing. He will have to wear a hearing aid for the rest of his life. He also suffered from dizziness, vertigo, nausea, and tinnitus after the incident.
Why would the buds kick in full volume?
It happens on your TV sometimes.
Yeah.
Like those alerts are at a different volume than our regular viewing, because it scares the hell out of us when sometimes it hits. So I don't know.
It'd be wild that it would override earbud volume.
So the AirPods, according to the suit, do not automatically reduce, control, limit, or increment notification or alert volumes to a safe level that causes them to emit. And the suit added that there are no directions to adjust the alert sound or warnings, that the volume could be so loud that it would cause damage.
Jeez.
The lawsuit said Apple knew or should have known about the defect that caused loud alerts but chose not to fix it. The suit includes examples of customers complaining about the problem online, lamenting that there is no way to adjust alert volume. And the suit said that there are hundreds of people seeking a solution to the issue on Apple's support website.
I wonder if this will lead to a class action suit.
Maybe. Here's a story out of Trenton, New Jersey. A statue of St. Michael that stood nearly 15 feet tall has now been downgraded to just a pair of feet. The Angel of Faith statue was stolen last week.
No!
And the person who stole it left behind nothing but the statue's feet on top of a bronze ball. The statue was put up in 1986 to commemorate a tragic. I know, we're looking at the picture.
It's awful.
It's just the feet. I know.
That's bull feet.
To commemorate a tragic fire at St. Mary's Cathedral. It matters to the locals of Trenton and city officials and stakeholders. I thought it said skateboarders. And stakeholders.
Look, man, there's bull with feet on it.
Want the statue back so badly that there is even a small bounty out for it, apparently. So the statue could not have been easily moved given its size, according to Trenton Mayor Reed Gusciora. He says that he believes that the crime was planned and would have required a truck to move it.
Yes.
With the general assumption that the statue could not be scrapped for a lot of money, New Jersey weed man Ed Fortian says that he will pay for the statue's safe return in the newly legal in New Jersey recreational marijuana. He said they are not going to get $400 or $500 for it if they go to the recycle place. So if you got to give them more, 2 ounces of weed is what he said he'll offer up.
He's a true hero.
Yes. So anyhow, yeah, they're looking to find out who stole that thing because that's not cool.
I'm surprised there's no video footage. You know, it's a big statue and a public place.
And there are cameras everywhere these days. You would think that there would be something out front. Yeah. All right, and then finally, we will end with this one. A young moose that was on the loose for weeks has finally been caught. The New York
moose?
Yeah, believe it or not, a moose.
Why don't you forget the moose for a moment?
It's the only reason I bring the story up.
I know.
The New York State Department of Environmental Conservation confirmed the female young cow moose was detained in a Facebook post. The moose had originally gotten stuck in a horse paddock before it jumped over the fence, and it then continued following the Mohawk River for 5 days.
I have to admit it, I'm lost.
And kept heading.
I ended up in a horse paddock.
The young moose eventually found herself inside a shaded, fenced-in backyard in Schenectady.
Schenectady.
Is it Schenectady? I'm sorry.
All that stuff is weird. They're all Iroquois names.
Schenectady. And authorities darted and moved the 500-pound animal, so they had to sedate it.
Absolutely.
The moose was released back into the wilds.
I got in touch with myself.
They had to be released back into the wilds of the southern Adirondacks of New York.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, so they got you right back to your home. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And that is all I have in the bizarre file for you.
I need you to stop talking.
Thank you.
Wow. Bill gets very upset.
He doesn't like moose.
No.
Moose
and soup.
Why don't you forget the moose
He hates.
for a moment?
Waiter, there's a moose in my soup.
Moose and Soup. That's an album name.
Moose and Soup.
Yeah. Or Moose Soup. Just Moose Soup.
I see the moose and I eat my soup.
That could be actually a band name.
Instead of Dog and Butterfly.
Moose Soup. And I'm writing that down. All right, we're going to take a break. When we get back, let's see how you did with today's lesson question and paying attention. We'll ask it when we return as well as crash and
Get out of the way and find our little spot. And Michael comes over and he's like, hey, oh my God, you're here. You know, I mean, he was just so excited that we actually made it. And his
Such a
sister,
nice guy.
Maria, was setting the whole thing up, being the liaison with Nick.
Did we mention he's from South Jersey? I mean, that was a connection in the first place. Riverside, he invited us back. And so if this is a one and done, I will be forever grateful. It really was a once in a lifetime opportunity. I do feel privileged because I am. But if we get to do it again, I really hope you can come again because he's not going to stop.
I do want to. And
are you ready for this?
Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Slightly privileged.
Jesus.
Very privileged, actually.
And that was just the one day. Do we need to take a break and come back and talk about the rest of the week?
I could go on, and I'm not going to do it. Fear for privilege overload. But there were so many great things that happened. That was just one of the days. So
It was one day.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a full day. It was just like 18 hours of the day.
Yeah.
And how long were you there?
6 days, I think. Just shy of a week.
I was there Saturday I took the red eye in, so I did Easter with my family in LA and got back this morning.
When did you do Joshua Tree?
I did Joshua Tree on Friday, and I've mentioned this on the show a few times, but my goal is to get to every national park in the country. I'd never been into Joshua Tree before. It's incredible. It's right near Coachella, so that was going on this
How
past
was
week.
traffic getting there?
We avoided that. We went to the north side of the park and came in that way. Coachella's sort of on the south side of the park, but
I've been to Joshua Tree.
It is,
beautiful.
it's incredible, and it's only 2.5 hours from downtown LA. And I did rock climbing outside, and that was privilege as well.
And and speaking of privilege, I have to say thank you to Craig Shoemaker. Took me to play golf at Calabasas Country Club.
Calabasas, that's where the Kardashians live.
Yeah,
it sure is.
Oh, he was pointing out all the houses, like, oh, that's where Tom Bergeron lives. That's where blah blah. blah. I mean, like right on the golf course.
I went to Nobu.
That's right.
I went to Nobu, Malibu.
It's a great restaurant.
Where all the cool, trendy people.
You ready? And Arizona, this is legit. An Arizona police department shared photos of the swearing in of its newest and most unusual officer. It's Iro, the drug-sniffing lizard.
Iro, the drug-sniffing. That's what that picture was. I saw a whole bunch of cops with a lizard.
Iro is a bearded dragon that first came to the Avondale Police Department last April as part of a pilot program and was officially sworn in Thursday by Chief Dale Nanenga. The department said Iro was originally brought in after officials reviewed research indicating reptiles have a strong enough sense of smell to make them more effective than dogs at detecting some types of narcotics. I tried to see if this was like a late April Fool's gag or something like that, but it appears to be legit. Research has shown, this is according to...
Really, the main concern is just to make sure that the perps are taken off the street and we get these drugs out of the hands of the children. It's quite an honor to be on this police force now. We're looking forward to a productive couple of years. And the rookies coming in, that's of great concern to me as well. Getting them out on the street, interacting with the people, talking to the kids, and that's how we make change.
I love it. You sound like a New York cop.
The department had said research has shown that reptiles possess a strong sense of smell, making their ability to detect certain illicit drugs possibly more accurate than canines. Wow. It said our pilot program, Drug Sniffing Bearded Dragon, will be assisting officers in the city. Please help us welcome Iro.
Did they put him on a leash?
I don't know how they go about. I mean,
I think it's a baby Bjorn.
No, they wear it around their tail. No, how do they indicate they got a hit? Dogs will sit or they'll do some sort
You
of.
got something over here. I think it smells a bit like meth. I'm thinking.
Oh, he just tells them.
Yeah. Wait,
he just speaks up.
I'm a working officer. What do you want me to do?
So I figure the second you take him out of his aquarium, he's gone.
Yeah,
I'm working now. I'm working 24/7. So if I'm in the aquarium, I'm sitting on that little fake beachfront under the fake umbrella with the fake palm tree. I get a call. I'm going. It's time to roll. We got to make a change out there.
I need to follow up on this and make sure it's legit. The department has periodically posted photos of Officer Ira's escapades using the hashtag Ira Adventures.
Please send a backup lizard.
By the way, there's a few different things we're going to go through. I kind of notice these things.
Really?
Yeah, I think so because
around the corner, down a dark alleyway, across an empty field. He is the noticer. Nothing gets past Preston Elliott.
This one
noticer.
I noticed.
On the Preston and Steve show.
All right. This one I noticed
6 to 11.
because Steve said it to me.
All right.
Steve sent this to him.
We as human beings get turned on by many things. Most commonly, we're turned on by other people that we are sexually attracted to.
And animals.
There are also people. What?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. There are also people who are turned on by inanimate objects. I've mentioned that stuff on the Bizarre File before.
Hence people marrying the Eiffel Tower.
But this I've never seen. There are certain women who are turned on by themselves.
Oh my gosh. I wonder where a woman like that might exist. Where a woman who would find themselves so beautiful, they would get aroused. It seems almost impossible that such a woman would exist.
Yep.
What are you saying?
They stare at themselves in the mirror and they think, I'd like to tap that ass.
Well, yeah, but then you don't actually get turned on, right?
No, these people do.
Well, we don't, but you do.
According to...
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful.
I'd hit that.
According to Dr. Michael Aaron, a New York City therapist and author of Modern Sexuality, The Truth About Sex and Relationships, it's extremely common for a woman to be sexually attracted to herself, and it is called autosexuality or autoeroticism.
Yes, so just the visual is enough to get this type of person worked up to the point of being orgasmic?
Well, no, not they're not going to stare at themselves and actually have the orgasm, but it will turn them on.
What about a person who wants to vomit whenever they see themselves in the mirror?
They didn't cover that.
Myself.
Is that you?
Yeah.
In this study.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And as vain as it sounds to want to have sex with yourself because you're so hot, it's not narcissistic, apparently.
Because it's true.
The doctor said it's very common for people to be aroused by themselves to varying degrees. Some experience it more like an orientation in that they feel more aroused by themselves than by others.
So do they use themselves as a benchmark to compare other people to? In other words, will they not? Does someone have to exceed their own level of beauty to warrant a physical encounter?
I don't know. Another psychologist explains the easiest way to tell if someone is autosexual is from their self-pleasuring habits. If she's picturing herself and thinking about how sexy she is when she's doing that.
Oh, that's weird.
Is that how you do it, Kathy?
Stop
She's
it.
obviously an autosexual.
Are you thinking of yourself mostly when you're going at it? I'm asking in the most clinical of ways. We're gathering data here. When
listen.
you are there, when you're upstairs, when you've got the device, when it's plugged in properly, you have it in the power strip so it doesn't short out.
Need a surge protector.
Right, or a surge protector. How do you see yourself dressed in your mind?
God, I'm not answering you, but listen, I do think this is very bizarre.
Yeah? They said it's more common than you think. It says if you think you're dating an autosexual, you're probably not, though. It says, according to the original definition of the word by ego analyst Dr. Bernard Affelbaum, an autosexual is someone who has a great deal of trouble responding to someone else sexually, but can respond fairly or very well to his or her own touch.
Have you ever made love to yourself thinking of yourself?
No.
Yeah.
Not that I
I've
know
made
of.
love to myself thinking of you.
Oh.
Yeah. And we have to talk.
We do have to talk. No. That's, how is I don't even see how that's possible, but some people apparently
would someone like this spend a lot of time looking at themselves in the mirror?
I would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine that is definitely part of it. So.
Well, I don't know who would be like that.
Continuing on the sexual.
More stuff from the sexual world.
Yeah.
The noticer notices everything, even sexual stuff.
All right, this other thing I noticed, and this speaks to a few of the people here in this room.
This speaks to people in this very room.
It does.
The noticer has no pity on you.
Who here does not shower in the morning?
Me.
Nick and Casey.
I don't shower. I shower at night.
Nick, Casey, and Kathy are disgusting.
Marissa, you shower in the morning. No, you're showering right now.
She's a pig. They're all pigs except for two people.
She's pointing down. No, you shower at night?
She cleans everything but a cooter.
Oh
my
That's wretched.
I thought
No,
that's what you
shower
meant.
at night.
She showers at night as
She
well.
showers at night. Okay, so Steve, you and I are the only morning shower people.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently...
Morning shower people, shower every morning, it's true. Morning shower people, shower for me and for you. It just seemed like a song, didn't it?
A folk song?
Yeah.
Is there a night shower people song?
Night shower people.
That's very similar.
Arrive at work very smelly. Kathy, Nick, and Casey, and little Marissa, too. They all smell so bad, we can hardly take it.
I like when I get up early enough to shower in the morning. I just don't, and I prefer to get that extra 20 minutes of sleep in the morning, and that's why I'll shower.
If you
at
take
night.
a shower before you go to bed, you're fine, unless you're a sweat ball. But to me, I use it as much for waking up as I do for anything else.
All right, so tell us what
Morning
is
shower people.
Morning shower people. Shower every morning.
All right, so a recent article at time.com extols perhaps the single best virtue of evening showering. noting that if you want to improve your sleep, showering at night may be the way to go.
Well, guess what? And this is going to be a surprise. I shower at night as well.
I know you do. And in the morning.
Experts say there's evidence that a night shower can help you drift off.
All right, do you...
Night shower, night shower. We all have to take one. Every night shower, night shower.
Grab me for the loofah. Get me in the shower.
All right, what were you were about to say?
I was going to ask if you shower fully.
Night shower, night shower.
You do that better than anybody,
Thank
Steve.
you. I got my higher end back.
Go ahead. What were you going to say, Case?
Do you fully shower both times?
At night and
I
in the
do
morning.
military showers. I have no hair.
Yeah.
That cuts down on a lot of it. However, I at night I take a hot shower, a quick hot shower. In the morning I take a wake up shower.
Okay.
I don't know why I just enjoyed you saying, I have no hair.
It's the goddamn truth.
I just have no
In case you haven't
hair.
noticed, the same way Kathy pleasures herself to herself. I have no hair.
Do you guys ever wash your pubes with shampoo?
Oh my God.
Every day. Why?
With shampoo you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Not
I do
soap?
No. Toothpaste.
When I'm washing my hair,
You then go downstairs.
I have soap in my hand, so
Right.
use it on your pubes.
He's got soap in his hands.
Use
For
it
his
on the
nads,
tubes.
he's got soap in his hands. For his nads.
This is getting ridiculous.
We had 3 hours of sleep last night.
And there are real musicians in the green room listening to this.
They probably have
I don't think they're listening.
We may be inspiring a new song
Napping.
from Dorothy. Bedazzled Shimmer takes time. La La Land star Emma Stone was the belle of the ball at the Oscars, winning Best Actress, and she's absolutely looking the part. You should go back and see the photos, thanks to some seriously hardworking fashion folk. Stone's stylist, Petra Flannery,
that's who I use,
tells people that her custom Givenchy haute couture gown, custom made by Riccardo Tisci, took a mind-boggling 1,700 hours to make.
Oh,
Wait a second. Okay.
My God. Wait, I mean, you guys don't like to talk about this fashion stuff, but she
I do.
had the best dress on at the Oscars. She looked gorgeous.
She did look gorgeous. But Kathy, I thought it was a really beautiful gown, but 1,700 hours.
Well, if you, I mean, there was all kinds of beads on it. The bottom was fringe. I mean, that's all handmade. You know, that's all done by hand.
All right, Miss Fashion Maven here. She also had a lot of the of glitter. It appeared glitter in her makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice, like around the eyes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Is that stripper glitter thing still happening?
Well, I think that she did it a little bit more glamorously, not
Okay.
so I wouldn't
Not like
call
a
it
stripper.
glitter. But she looked great. Whatever she did, she looked gorgeous.
Do you think she's I mean, because Preston, that's your style there.
Yeah,
porcelain skin, red hair.
I think she is pretty. I think, once again, some people make her to be this stunning goddess. I
Right.
just think she's very pretty.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, and she looked good.
Riccardo Tisci says it took over 1,700 hours and a team of 11 from the
WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Brought to you by Coors Light and the Preston and Steve Show. Headed back to Keenan's. We were just talking about that. North Wildwood next Friday, May 27th, to officially open the Jersey Shore. Be there starting at 6 a.m. It's brought to you by Coors Light and made to chill. What's up this morning, Steve?
Well, Khloe Kardashian claiming she felt like a new person as she promoted Hulu's The Kardashian series to the press in New York City. Khloe says it's the energy of the new series combined with butt, breast, and face implants. British TikTok star Soph Zalofs, that's her name, had to have a sex toy surgically removed after it got stuck in her rectum. Soph says somehow the press found out about the incident after she told them. A Fond du Lac, Wisconsin man hitting a milestone this week, having had a Big Mac every day for 50 years. Amazingly, 68-year-old Don Gorski, yes, Gorski, is somewhat depressed about the attention, noting that he could have gotten exactly the same press if he had just stuck a Big Mac up his ass. That's your Hollywood Trash.
Wow. Okay, we'll see if we know the answer to this question. What is the name of Kathy Romano's new fashion line? 215-263-WMMR is the number. And we're going to go to Larry to try and get an answer. Hey, Larry, good morning.
Hi,
Hi, Grandma.
All right, Larry, what's the name of Kathy's new fashion line?
It is the almighty Yucky.
Yucky. Ooh, yucky. Yeah, hang on, Larry. You just got yourself a $50 Bonefish Grill gift card. Spring into seasonal specials at Bonefish Grill. And you can enjoy jumbo shrimp skewers prepared in a light citrus herb marinade or the Rockefeller butterfish, all to be paired with a refreshing strawberry citrus martini. And you can visit bonefishgrill.com to reserve your table today.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Brought to you by Sequoia Outback, celebrating 25 years, making backyards beautiful all over the Delaware Valley. So stop in for their annual Memorial Day sale, which is going on now. Route 309 in Hatfield or decksupplies.com. I'm going to lead music news with a little note about the MMRBQ. If you're planning on taking the Riverlink ferry from Penn's Landing, not operating this particular weekend.
Bummer.
So just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. So if those were your plans as far as parking at Penn's Landing and taking the Riverlink over, it is not going to be available this weekend. So come over and join us in the parking lot. Pearl Jam was forced to cancel the final 2 shows of its spring tour after bassist Jeff Ament tested positive for COVID. The band announced via social media that they are issuing refunds for the concerts, which were originally set for May 18th at Sacramento, California's Golden One Center and May 20th at Las Vegas's MGM Grand Garden Arena. Matt Cameron missed his first shows with the band in 24 years this past May 12th after testing positive for COVID, and now we've got Jeff. The band released a statement saying, well, the band battled through the Oakland shows after Matt Cameron tested positive for COVID, and Fresno, where Ed and the band got through it with the help of Dave Cruzin as special guest drummer. They now have to present the heartbreaking news that this morning bassist Jeff Ament has tested positive for COVID. This is horrible for everybody involved, and we're especially sorry to those out there who have made plans to attend these shows. Our attention to staying inside the bubble had been constant. We've truly done all that we could have to remain clear of infection. Regretfully, the Sacramento and Las Vegas shows were canceled, but they are offering the ticket refund. So too bad that they have to do that. Anthrax member Scott Ian confirmed that the band is working on a new album, which will likely be released sometime next year. He said, I'd like to think that this U.S. run with Black Label is going to do pretty well. And maybe we'll get to do a second run of those dates at some point early next year. And then I'm sure next year at some point there should be a record, depending on when we get in studio. And it'll all be starting to ramp up again. I'm still, fingers crossed, it all doesn't just get thrown in the garbage, but I'm being very optimistic that things are moving forward and we can go back to work.
They always plug along.
Yeah.
Always active.
Yep, absolutely. And then finally, I am going to mention this. WMMR presents what's called a Bam Bam Jam with Cinderella's Tom Kiefer, LA Guns, and Faster Pussycat. It is hosted by Jackie Bam Bam.
Bam Bam Bonino. Bam.
This show will be Saturday, June 4th, and it's at the Keswick Theater in Glenside. Cool. And tickets are on sale now, WMMR.com for complete details. And Jackie will have your chance to win your way in, so make sure you check them out during the evening here on MMR for your chance to grab tickets. So again, it's the Bam Bam Jam with Cinderella's Tom Kiefer, LA Guns, and Faster Pussycat, June 4th at the Keswick Theater in Glenside. That's it. That's what I got in music news for you. Let's take a break. Come back in a second. Wrap up the program. Letter of the Day, Word of the Week prize being given away tomorrow. You can't miss the letter. You're this far. You can't miss it. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Wonder. When you see it up close, it's a marvel of various golden color shapes and sizes.
It's just incredible.
Yeah.
You get closer, it's like, oh my God, it's the Ark of the Covenant. I get weak in the knees. How alien is that world to us?
Oh, my God.
We can't even say the names of the places or the designers. I don't know it. I don't know who these people are.
I don't know. I think you'd do great as a commentator on the red carpet.
Yeah. I mean, who's the guy from Fashion Gun? Tim Gunn?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Oh, you dominate.
No, I don't know. I can look and say, oh, you look nice in that, or that looks like crap.
That's pretty.
Pretty much.
I can see your booties.
Yeah. By the way, I finally saw Amy Adams.
Yo.
Holy God.
Yeah.
I mean, she was
She's not that really busty, but she sure looked like it in her dress.
Who looked? Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Did you see Brie Larson?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was nice.
That's our commentary. Preston, check out the kids. Oh yeah. We should be like you're at the beginning. We don't even have the microphones. We're just yelling down the. Oh!
Yeah.
She's coming your way.
She's coming your way. Nips. What? Nips.
You guys would be kicked off the red carpet so fast.
Brie Larson showing nip.
Steve, the grade scale would be how many of those Marky Mark pals we throw out. I give it 4 pals, man. Yeah. That would be it. Pow! Pow!
No, that's red carpet coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Steve, like on the other end.
Hey, which one? Brie Larson! Ryan Gosling's sister!
Yeah.
Huge kids! I hear you. I'm waiting.
He's yelling over her. Yeah, she's on the way down.
Right here.
The Preston and Steve studio is the arena where the invincible men of Chichi cooking skills await their challenge. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, and succulent delights such as ramen noodles, canned chicken, and Doritos, the Iron Chichi chefs will prepare new, original Chichi never tasted before. Reputations are on the line in the Preston and Steve studio, where the Chichi chefs pit their garbage bag creations against one another. What inspiration do our challengers bring? The heat is on. Who will be the Iron Chichi chef?
Wow. All right.
Love it.
And by the way, the winner of the competition will get the coveted Golden Shiv Award. That is correct. Which we have in the corner. Now, to paint the picture, our studio has been completely done up to mimic a prison. So we actually have bars on the windows. We have our various cell blocks, which are numbered and lettered. And we also have what you can and cannot do. There are some rules on the walls as well. In fact, it says privileges. You are entitled to food, clothing, shelter, and medical attention. Anything else that you get is a privilege.
Yes.
And we also have our prison commissary set up, which is being guarded by a full-size Hannibal Lecter statue that we have in the corner. And he is holding the Golden Shiv Award.
Yes.
And listen, guys, just to be nice, we're also going to throw in a couple of other things. We have some toilet wine that we have over there in the corner. We have an actual toilet in the corner with a jug of wine in it. You'll win that too. And we'll also give you a $100 Visa gift card. Hey! So we have our 3 judges. We have Nick, Michael, and Joe. Let's now meet our contestants this morning, okay? And their intros are short as well. Let's welcome Iron Chichi, Tim, to the program.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, Tim?
Good. How are you?
Very, very good. Now, we're not going to go into the specifics of everybody's background and how they ended up where they ended up, but how long were you incarcerated?
3 months.
3 months. Okay, so a little bit of time, not a whole lot.
No, but you make a couple Chichis a day, so.
Okay.
So a couple of days. Now, Tim was assuring me, he said, emphatically said, don't dismiss this, basically. You're going to love the way this stuff tastes.
Really?
Correct, Tim?
I actually emailed Casey and I said I'd like to place a bet with everybody about them liking it because it is top notch, guaranteed.
All right. Yes. Do you still make it, even though you're
Not recently. When I first came home, I was making it like every day still. You kind of get used to it and the flavor. And
you miss it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
So.
All right. Well, that's Tim. Let's meet our next contestant, the second Iron Chichi. Welcome, Chris, to the studio this morning.
Thank you.
Chris, how are you?
Doing well. You?
Doing well. And for how long were you behind bars?
24 months to the day.
Wow.
To the day?
To the day.
Wow. So you didn't get out for good behavior then?
Nope.
Okay. But how's your Chi-Chi?
It might be a little rusty. It's been a few years since I've been away on vacation, but it's all still here.
Vacation. No, Chris, the fact that you stepped away from it might breed a little bit more creativity and improvisation.
A little bit. I have been a cook for about 20 years. That was my main profession. And then,
So you're bringing that wealth of knowledge into your Chi-Chi preparation?
A little bit.
Okay.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, good luck to you. And let's go over to our final Iron Chichi. This is Mike, everyone. Let's hear from Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, man. How are you,
By the way, sorry for bothering you at work.
Oh, it's okay.
Good. All right,
sorry to bother you on parole.
That's been going for a long time now. So.
Mike's actually wearing a prison T-shirt, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. Mike, if you can turn around.
Oh!
What is DWHCF?
George W. Hill. George W. Hill Correctional Facility.
No kidding.
That's a Delco. Yes. Delco, baby.
Of course it is.
What pride. What pride.
Hold on, they sell T-shirts, or did you make that?
No. I kind of took it with me when I left, even though you're not supposed to.
So you robbed the prison.
You took something on the way out of prison.
You gotta have a reminder to not go back.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not a Marriott. Yeah.
All right. So, for how long were you away, Mike?
A little over 7 months.
Okay.
I did 3 different times. One was a weekend, one was 12 days, and the longest was just over 7 months.
But you had your Chi-Chi experiences and your Chi-Chi preparation skills are up to snuff?
I actually emailed Casey. I told him Chi-Chis aren't even the best thing that they make there. So
yeah, he said he was going to make a stromboli.
Wow. They call it a wrap in Delco. It's a stromboli in where Tim's from.
Okay. All right. And by the way, these guys all sat in the lobby together for a little while, and so they were sharing stories. None of them served time at the same place. They were all 4 different places.
Perfect. Then we might get 4 different completely. Foods are they're just different regions.
Italian cuisine
that will give you different tastes. So maybe we'll experience that as well. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
All right. Let's Iron Chichi head over to the commissary and get what ingredients you guys need. I see immediately that Tim is going for the cheese puffs and ramen noodles, and Mike seems to be still considering what he wants. Chris has grabbed a lot of macaroni and cheese.
We have enough for everybody of every ingredient. So
yeah. So I see Chris took all the ramen noodles. That's
there's more up there.
That's not right.
There's a whole nother.
That's good. They're sharing as you do in prison.
Yeah, not unlike Iron Chef. I mean, there's a pantry of items that you can go to. Now I see some Cheez-Its are being taken, or no, not Cheez-Its. Is that rice? I believe Tim has some minute rice, instant white rice.
Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, Cheese Whiz.
Refried beans.
Refried beans. Very good for that Mexican sort of flavor.
We have both Cool Ranch Doritos and regular Doritos.
Did you need beef ramens? Because that's top shelf right there.
Top shelf to
That is top shelf beef ramen right there, buddy.
What are the flavors of ramen we have, Casey?
Just beef and chicken.
Okay.
And did everybody? So everybody has the ramen. Did everybody grab a summer sausage? Is that the common ingredient?
I think they call it a beef stick, Casey.
Yeah, each person has grabbed one.
The old beef stick. Yeah.
Case, we know that at least one served in a Delaware County prison. Has anybody served in a Bucks County prison?
I think the rest of them, yeah.
Because I would imagine that's going to be like a higher class Chi-Chi.
Tim's doing a fist pump.
Bucksco. All the way. I'm looking at Chris. He's got a technique where he's smashing up the cheese puffs inside the bag.
That seems like a common
tactic.
tactic.
It all break down, so it's like a cheese sauce, no chunks.
Oh, okay, and you're going to mix that with the hot water?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, all right. So
we used to let it sit in the sink and run the hot water over it. That would be the insulation idea he's using, but we're going to have to,
so there's
have to make it work.
Very similar techniques being employed here, but a different selection of menu items, which I think is intriguing.
Oh, you know what? Preston had a question yesterday about smoking in prison. Is it illegal to smoke cigarettes, and do people smoke? Yeah. But you can smell it though.
I can only speak on Bucks, but it is illegal to smoke in Bucks County Jail. Mm-hmm. People do smoke in the jail. But
if it's an infraction, though, they can send you to jail, can't they?
That's that school a cool teacher too. So text word teacher to 39333 and we will send you the voting link. Other than that, appreciate all the phone calls today. We need to do the letter of the day for the word of the week prize. So let's do that right now.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
All right, the Preston and Steve show is brought to you today by the letter
M, as in MMRBQ.
All right, and we are going to give away tomorrow's stock car racing experience. 10-mile drive for you and a 6-lap ride-along for your guest at Pocono Raceway. You can get behind the wheel of a 600-horsepower stock car courtesy of Dodge Chrysler Jeep City. Shop South Jersey's best Memorial Day sales event at DodgeChryslerJeepCity.com. New Wranglers, Grand Cherokees, Challengers, and Ram trucks, all priced to go, plus 3 years of no-charge maintenance. That's DodgeChryslerJeepCity.com. We're headed to a Friday. In fact, it's officially Friday now, so congratulations there.
You made it.
And I want to thank our sponsors on the program. Sponsored today is Acme Markets from city to shore. Acme has everything that you need to prep for this summer season. Acme, fresh foods, local flavors. All right, tomorrow is going to be guest heavy, and we got some good ones for you. We have Pauly Shore.
Yes.
He's going to be in the studio. Comedian Brendan Schaub will be here.
Yes.
And we'll also get an appearance by Piff
the Magic Dragon.
Oh, my God.
Piff has been here before. He wears his dragon suit, and he's great. He's a comedian and a magician all rolled into one.
So it's like a comedian palooza.
He brought his dog last time, too.
He did.
He's got like a little bitty, like a tiny Yorkie or something like that. Yeah, so he'll be in with us tomorrow as well as everybody else. Make sure you hang. That's it. We are done. Rage on. Have a great day and enjoy the sounds of the Pierre Robert experience next. We'll see you later.